Hello, my name is Ben. I was calling from Scream Factory CS to let you know that the warehouse has shipped you the wrong version of Nightbreed, and we were calling to ask that the product be returned.
Woo! I about fucking choked to death. Listen to that. I'd say it's pretty safe to say that we're never getting shit from Scream Factory ever again.
Oh, I've thought that for at least the last 6 or 7 years.
Oh God.
Well, you just ruined my rep now.
So, welcome everybody. We are back. The first one of these we've done since I think July. We did part 2, but this is part 3, and possibly the best year, at least for these sort of shows, that we can do for Scream Factory, aka Scheme Factory, that Uncle Bill called them.
Yeah, definitely the most, what would you say, conspiratorial year, the most conflicts, the most, and they've really never stopped doing that either. Like every year from this point on, there's been some sort of issues and problems and things like that, but this was by far the biggest one that I can remember.
Yeah, there was a couple of little blunders in this year, but going through a lot of these titles, it is a pretty heavy year again. Like, so you look at year 1, year 2 was banging. Then you looked at this, and I'm like, wow, like they're still hitting hard, real hard on year 3. So overall, super important year due to just like the things that we're going to talk about with controversies and stuff like this, and just the releases that they have in here. Ken, what's up, man?
The song will be available on Patreon, and it's probably going to be taken off YouTube, if I'm guessing, but it'll be up on our Patreon page for permanent enjoyment. Mid-Level Media, you guys had a good conversation last night, Garrett, on his channel.
Yeah, man.
He's got some good stuff on there. I subscribed to him last night, and he's
all right.
I was listening to the show today. He's from Kentucky. He's another creepy Kentuckian, I hear.
Isn't that crazy, cool, man? There's so many people from Kentucky. I was like shocked. But yeah, man, it was a boring state, guys.
It's a boring state. You got to find shit to do. Like,
well, I think
it was definitely a cool time, a good time. So I appreciate it, Ken.
He's closer to Steve. I think he said he was in Louisville area or something. So he can hang out on 22 El Dorado Avenue with Steve and his 18 dogs. If he wants to do that, he's more than welcome. That'll be a song, 22 El Dorado Avenue.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Sounds like a good name for a podcast.
Definitely, yeah. Well, he's revitalizing the Euro cult with someone from actually Europe. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. I mean, you guys have got a lot of new shows on here. It's cool.
Steve's sort of a big deal. But yeah, we're going to be talking about year 3, the Scream Factory releases. I'm not sure how many of those Garrett has. Last show, I think you had every damn one of them.
I'll about guarantee you he's got every damn one of them this time, too.
I was, year 1 and 2, I was 100%. I was clean sweep. This one, surprisingly, I had more than I thought. There is some I'm missing, but as I'm going through, I'm like, Jesus. I was like, I do have pretty much almost all these. And the ones I don't have are like, they're just basically kind of like those, a couple of like the IFC titles or like with the chiller titles that came out under that label. So there was nothing like, no big releases I'm missing, but I'm missing maybe some of those just like third party releases or whatever, but we'll get into it.
Cool. And got some stuff that happened this week. We can go into it a little bit before we get started here and make sure we get, everybody that's in here that wants to check this show out. So the Halloween titles, okay, those are scheduled to come out. And we're talking about the Halloween 4Ks from our good buddies at Scheme Factory. The 5th, but they're already popping up. Well, at least the first movie. I think it's just the first movie, right? Is the only one that's popping up in the store.
I'm not sure. I thought I saw a couple people got a bunch of them, but hey, I could be wrong. I haven't really been checking it out too much, but definitely the first one. And come to find out, it was like $26 bucks or $26.99 or something like that. So I was curious about the price too, because, another thing is if you order from Scream Factory, I mean, yeah, you're going to get the poster, but you paid like $38 a piece if you bought it up front. I just ordered all of them. So I'm going to come out and say it right now. I said I wasn't going to do it. I did it. I ordered all of them from Amazon, but they were $25 a piece. And I looked at it and I said, I don't think they're going to get any lower than this. And if I'm going to get them, I better get them now before FOMO kicks in. Am I going to keep them? I don't know. I may watch them, see how they are, and kind of feel it out and see what happens. But yeah, I did end up picking up all of them, but I have not got any of them yet from Amazon.
So mid-level wet movie. They're saying the first one's at Best Buy.
Oh, okay.
He's keeping it wet. And Anthony, he sent me some pictures. He picked his up today as well.
Isn't that a little fucking crazy? Crazy though.
Oh my gosh!
I wish that was legit. Tiffany Shepis.
Tretta.
I wish that was the case.
Prove it.
But
is that what you're gonna say?
I don't know. I've got her on Facebook.
Could be.
It could be. She's sort of a big deal now. So,
so let me ask you guys this, and I think this is probably what Uncle Bill was going to get at. Here's my the confusion with all this. Again, they pushed everything back a week originally. Then, like, Halloween 2 is now pushed back even further. Why? I don't know. It's not like they had all new footage that they were doing. They were just porting everything over, really, on Halloween 2. So I don't understand what the problem is there. So I talked to somebody who actually went up to the guy in Best Buy and said, why is this out? And they're like, oh, well, this was the release date we were told. So it's weird because it's almost like they're putting them out on the release date from the original release date, not that week that they pushed everything back. So it's just funny because, again, Scream Factory always promised you would get their stuff early if you order it from their site, which I guess is not the case anymore. And this only makes it worse because they bumped everything, but they forgot to tell Best Buy, I guess. I don't know. So that's where it's kind of all over the place. And with, Halloween 2 getting, like, pushed behind and stuff, I'm like, oh, man, like, this has got replacement discs written all over it because everything's all over the place right now. And I don't know, it just makes me nervous.
Yeah, I would have thought that, this is just me, but I would have thought that the company releasing the films would want to have that shit sent out before, department stores and things like that.
Right.
Because that's just a bad, like, for the people that ordered it off their site, Jesus, man. They're going to be pissed.
Well, even still, I was talking to Ken last night, and when I mentioned to him, and we were talking about the prices, and people were like, oh, it's $26 at Best Buy. And then I'm like, oh, well, I paid $25 at on Amazon. And he's like, oh, I paid like $38. He's like, I wonder if they'll, credit me. I was like, dude, they're not going to get. they're not going to price match anybody.
They got Scream Factory bucks.
But Amazon will, and that's the thing. Like, Amazon might send me an email and be like, oh, it was $1 cheaper here, so we're going to credit you. They do that kind of stuff, but no, they're not going to. Scream Factory's not going to do it, and they should,
Like they should have did the $10 gift card for being late for, what was it, Alone in the Dark?
Wait, did that? Oh, yeah, that didn't happen either.
No. Right. No, somebody posted something about that, and I was like, yeah, that's never going to happen.
That's right.
In the world.
Someone's like, oh, because we're going to be late. Would you think they'd give us like a credit or a $10 gift card? Yeah. He's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Sorry.
They give it to you to where you have to come to their, like, headquarters, like, and spend it. That'd be the only way.
In the case of if that was Tiffany Shepis or not, I think it actually was.
Well, good. Tiffany Shepis, like, you need to come back on the show at some point.
We're sort of a big deal now. I mean,
we've always been.
We're live here on Facebook, and
you're back, right?
We're rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling, woo, baby, all night long.
We're not going to be able to recenter away from the fact that Tiffany Shepis is in this chat.
Yeah, so, that's completely like thrown me for a loop, if you will. So it's a good thing that I've got notes for this show. So. One of my favorite announcements came this week. Nasty Habits, Uncle Bill, the box set of nunsploitation goodness.
Do you remember
my good buddies at Sanford Film?
Do you remember the Hell Lord song that never was really? It was called Nuns Don't Get None.
I think we did do a version of that somewhere on a cassette tape back in the day.
Oh my God!
Or Hellor did. I'm sorry, but it was
Hellor did.
It was a ballad called "Nuns Don't Get None," like you said.
It was amazing. But anyway, I'm excited as death to know that Severn Films is putting out like a Nun box set, along with like comic books and.
Now, does anybody know how much that box set is going for? What's
70
the
$70 for the regular and $75 for the one with the comic books.
She's still watching. She must be really bored, right? out in LA. So yeah, $70 for the. I think it was Jose the. Master Chaos. He was playing some trailers. And I think it was the Cloistered Nun trailer, right? And I was watching it. And of course it had the obligatory, titties and all that good stuff. But
I just like the way you said that.
Titties. It seemed like some sort of weird dream that you would have, that trailer. And I was like, that's a real movie. It's almost like you remember the Grindhouse trailers of just they made a feature-length movie. So I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna jump on that for sure. No, it's not happening for me.
Look,
none of that to me is anything I would be into. So I'm just gonna steer clear of it because and the same thing with the folk horror set. Like I'm not gonna jump on that either. It's not my thing. And being completionist and stuff, like those days are over for me. I don't even have enough space to make that work. But it's just kind of funny to me. And did anybody read the fine print? Like, when is this thing coming out? When is it released? Is it under the same rules as that folk thing was, where it's like pay now, get later type thing? Because if that's the case, it's just really funny that all these random box sets are showing up where it's like pay now, get later type deal. Because you almost think that this is being done to get some quick cash before they even finish a lot of these projects.
I really believe that I think it's out in November, by the way. Like that's the street date, I believe, sometime in November. But like I really do believe you're right though. Like there's the last two releases have been, let's just say, less than stellar, and the movies nobody's ever heard of any of them. I defy anybody to tell me that they've heard of any of these fucking movies. And if it is,
what are they? Are they wonderful films?
The Cloistered Nun. Come on.
I mean,
yes, I've been waiting for this.
Somebody's gonna pop up on fucking like Instagram and be like, I've been waiting for this for like 20 years. The fucking Cloistered Nun set.
They haven't had this since VHS.
No, you haven't been waiting for it.
It's a little wild and a little strange.
I know, we're gonna talk about that. I used to get scared of Danny when I was a kid. I did. Actually.
What the fuck?
I got 3 words for you.
Give me 20, fucker! Give me! 20! Give me! $20! Give me $20 or I'll touch you!
Okay.
We need to update that now. It's like give me 40 or 50 now.
Yeah, I want to record something and put Garrett in it because I don't think he likes turning into Steve.
I get scared every single time. I have to check my hair.
You lose a lot of hair real fast.
Yeah, it's like the reverse Hulk. There you go.
But yeah, the appreciated Hey Dude 607.
Thank you.
So yeah, we are. Anything else? Any other announcements? The Karate Kid 4K set. I know Garrett's excited about that.
That was fucking awesome, by the way. Like I saw that and I kind of marked out.
I'm super excited about it. I really am. I'm a little concerned because I guess at the end of the day, as much as the next Karate Kid isn't a favorite of mine, I don't need it. But at the same time, I'm just nervous that all it's going to take is for Hilary Swank to pop up in Cobra Kai season 5, and then all of a sudden them come out with a new 4K box set with that one shoved in there. That's my only concern is if this is it, the end all be all, I'm fine with it. If it's like in 2 years we're going to do another 4K one, and I've got to play this rebuy game again, that's where I'm going to have an issue, because I was talking to somebody today. All these like mainstream 4K releases that I bought, I've already rebought. So American Psycho, I've already upgraded to that Steelbook. Halloween now, I'm already upgrading to this or I'm double dipping with this Scream Factory. Karate Kid, I bought that on 4K already. I've already got to get this up. So that's where I'm running into problems. Like, to me, like, that's why I'm so picky with 4Ks. Like, I'm already double dipping on 4Ks. There's people that haven't even jumped to 4K yet. That's the part that's really kind of getting annoying. So if we could have just had part 4 in there and knowing that that's it, like, I would have been happier with that, knowing that I'm not going to have to do this again. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I'm getting it. No doubt.
Hell yeah, we got a 1999. They didn't want to give us 20.
Well, hey, both of those together, we've got.
Give me 20, fucker! Give me! 20! Give me! $20! Give me $20 or I'm gonna shit!
Checking my guns.
I was like, what the fuck's he doing?
I was just saying, I saw some big guns in there. I just wanted to see if they were real or not.
Uh-huh.
The folk horror box set, real quick. I'm not fucking. I know.
I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, what is folk horror exactly? Are you talking about witches and shit? Like, I mean, there's other movies.
I watched I watched that trailer. It almost looked like documentary-esque or something. I wasn't even sure what I was watching, but.
I mean, is it like Ralph Stanley? Like, what is folk horror?
Most of them are foreign movies. There's some from Sweden, Australia, Norway, all kinds of Scandinavian countries.
Damn, you got to watch out for them Ouijas. That's where all that black metal stuff is from. They really will kill you over there.
And I'm sure that they haven't got an English dub of any of this shit, so I'm not interested.
Witches and shit. That would have been a better name for the box set.
Witches and shit would have been a better name. But, the folk horror set and you've got the nunsploitation set, all this is going toward Severin Films legal fund. They've hired Grover Arnott. They're not going to roll over. They called Grover. And
he's the heavy hitter right here.
Yeah. And we recommended him. I'm like, if you need somebody to fight for you, Grover is your man. Grover Arnott.
I don't know what they're doing. I just know that the last couple of things they've released have been really odd and really, like, if you look at it, and we were all talking about this, like, nobody knows the films. They would all be something that would
some
be really...
Some have been waiting.
Nobody does, though. Nobody does. They're just fucking hipsters.
Oh.
Like, that's all it is.
Das Inchen Schinnenberger. That's a wonderful film. I've been waiting for that.
Been waiting
I used to watch that as a kid.
Fucking Cloister Nun come out for 15 years.
You know what's weird, though, is the Cloistered Nun has a release already, I think, overseas or something.
But the Cloistered Nun's where it's at. Like that.
I mean, hey, listen, I still have Drop Dead Fred from Severin. My pre-order on Amazon is still legit. They haven't canceled it yet, so I don't know. Maybe there's
somebody's going to put it out.
It's possible.
Maybe they're looking. They're like, oh, here's that box that we're supposed to release. I think it's going to be released this. It's technically was supposed to be released this Tuesday, so I'll see what happens. I think it says the 28th.
I mean, there's always a chance. There was some dumbasses that gave us the Halloween box set back in the day.
Now here's the thing.
About that today.
Here's the thing too, though. Eyes of Fire is different though, because that one we all had actually heard about that. I think at one time.
Yeah.
Venmo me that $19.99 and I'll buy Eyes of Fire.
But the fucking thing about it is like we're talking about the box sets, the movies in those box sets.
Eyes of Fire is that's the known movie in that set.
Yeah.
If there is one, for sure, because all this other stuff, I have no clue, no idea what in the hell it is.
I'll tell you what it is. It's shit.
The Cloistered Nun, no, that's different. That's a nun of a different color.
That makes it all worthwhile.
No, I'm serious though. Just the fact that it's called Wicked. What is it called? Bad Habits, Wicked Habits, or something. Nasty Habits. There we go.
Nasty Habits.
The Nasty Habits is the box set, and it's got two nuns making out on the cover. That's just so offensive that I think I need to own it.
Yeah, I think you do too.
So, nasty habits.
Now, wait a minute. Do you want the $75 one or the $70 one? You want the one with the comic books in it?
What are you getting for $5?
There's 2 comic books. One the other one. That's it. And here's the thing.
There's a $120 one that comes with a pair of authentic nun panties.
Comes with a rosary.
Yeah, that weren't washed.
Let me ask you a question, though, because I think that'll probably sell out within the next day. I'm about willing to bet. I don't know how many they made, but if it's anything like the folk horror one, then it'll sell out really, really quick. Do you think you could take the comic books and just throw them up on eBay? Because there ain't no way in hell anybody's keeping comic books like that. Just throw them up on eBay, probably make your money back.
More than $5? You could sell
yeah.
more than $5,
I'd put them in a frame up on your wall. It'd be nice.
Yes. That's what I want on my walls, the fucking cloistered nun.
The cloistered nun. So, let's get into the topic at hand, boys. We're at Scream Factory Year 3. This was a very, Scream Factory was getting white hot at this point. Mm-hmm. We're starting in September of 2014. Can you believe that's, 7 years ago?
I cannot. Looking at some of this stuff, I was like blown away that it's been that long. Like, I really have.
Yeah, and the big set that year for sure, well, there were a couple, but this one was probably the most successful one because it was kind of there and gone within it was less than 6 months, I think. I think it was sold out about 6 months later, and that is the Halloween Collector's Edition box set, which was the biggest box set that they had released at that time. And there, Garrett still got his. A lot of people have been throwing theirs up on eBay.
Well, because they know a 4K is coming, that's why probably. They're like, I'm going to get rid of this now.
I want to know, though, who can afford a 4K all that shit if they do come out with a box set. Because it'll be like, it has to be over $500. There's no way.
It's going to be at least, I think it's going to probably be, I mean, how much was this set again? I forget. Was it
it's like
200?
200 and something? Yeah.
I'm thinking that if they do a 4K, it's going to be about $350, I think, because if you notice, that is what this is pretty much selling for on a regular, at least $350 or more. Mm-hmm. So I think they probably are going to look at that and say, all right, we can at least get $350 from people because people are buying this one for that. And which boggles my mind is I'm so shocked at the amount of people that don't own this because you figure it's either they weren't really collecting hardcore back then, they didn't think it was going to sell out as fast as it did, but as a Halloween fan, why wouldn't you have not been all over this at the time that it was released? Like, I don't remember it like selling out where people were like, oh my God, I missed it, And that's what's just interesting to me is how many people do not own this. I'm curious why. Like, this was like a first day pre-order for me.
I think really, if you look back at it, and a lot of this set was re-releases of stuff that was already out. Now, there were some extras and stuff that were new on a lot of these editions, but let's go through them here. Halloween had already had 2, maybe 3 other Blu-rays. I'm talking about the original from 78 before this box set. Scream Factory, I don't think Scream Factory had a single version of this before, but they did do single versions of 2 and 3. Universal Pictures also did 2 and 3 a year or two earlier. 4 and 5 was out before from Anchor Bay Entertainment. 6, H2O, and Resurrection were out didn't Dimension do like budget releases of those on Blu-ray?
Like a 3-pack.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then the Rob Zombie movies were already out prior as well. So really the only thing new, I guess there was some new transfers on there and some bonus materials and all that. But, basically this whole box set was a re-release. it was updated versions of movies that were already out on Blu-ray.
And I also,
think at the time, wasn't the selling point that 6 cut finally hitting?
Oh, yeah.
Was that the selling point, I think, was Halloween 6?
Yeah, Halloween 6, the producer's cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
Which, by the way, makes that movie not any amount better. Like, none.
No, I've always preferred the theatrical version, to be honest with you.
But also, 2000, that was released in 2014, so it's like, that was really before collecting became like as huge as it is now. Like nowadays, man, people collect everything, and it's like there's a huge explosion. I don't remember it being that big then, where people had to have like all these things that Scream Factory came out with.
You know, do you recall though? I believe it was the first movie was an exact copy of Anchor Bay DVD or Anchor Bay edition, and then I believe Rob Zombie 2 and 1 and 2, the Halloweens, were the same discs and everything in this set. So, I mean, I could kind of see why people maybe didn't want to rebuy it. I'm sure the transfers were better on a lot of these movies. Didn't Halloween 4, wasn't there some sort of recall with that one when it came out?
Yeah, I think I might even still, let me check, because I always keep my discs that need to be replaced, so I have evidence, you know.
Yeah, there was some kind of audio issue maybe, or something like that. Yep. There you go.
Let's check part 5. I think that might have been one too. I don't know though. Let's see. There was another one, I think. No, part 5. Maybe not.
One thing that I'll give, they had the big issue with Friday the 13th set. I'll give Scream Factory. They got in there and fixed that pretty quick for the discs that were,
Yeah.
Because I think I had ordered 3 of those sets from Target, and 2 of the 3 already had the updated discs in there. So,
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't know how that worked, but yeah, it was kind of odd. But so yeah, that one came out. That was a big seller. That was possibly like at that point, I would say it's easily the number 1 seller of all time from Scream Factory. Had to be.
Now, what else is funny is, do you think that a big reason that these
people will never be happy about the color timing on those Halloween.
No, they need to just stop. Like that. I mean, how many people put out that either in DVD, Blu-ray, or something, and people shit on it like every time? Like it doesn't matter.
What's up, Basement Blues?
Now, is that when? Is that where the color was off, like the tint?
Well, there's the
I
whole.
still get confused with that because I want to be able to watch like the 2 versions, like one after another, to see how different it is, because they had like the blue tint and then they took the blue tint out, and I never remember which versions have that in there.
Weren't we talking
Probably
to
asked you
Sleepy
guys
though?
this, like, 10 times.
God, what was he? Were we talking about Halloween with him on the show? And I can't remember.
Yeah, he was talking about Halloween. He'd seen the transfer for Halloween 4.
Okay, Halloween 4. Because we were asking, is it worth like rebuying?
High Def Digest has a review of that out right now with screenshots, and it looks pretty damn good. I mean, granted, the last Blu-ray was the 2012 one or whatever.
But I remember asking something about Halloween, and he said the first, like the one that I've got, the one that came out like probably like a year ago or something, the Halloween 4K that you could get anywhere, Walmart and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He said that was not from the original negative, or it wasn't remastered from the negative, and that this one was. So I don't know. Like,
damn.
I'd be interested. Yeah. But what else I was actually thinking was, I cannot believe that this set came out that long ago. I would have bet that this was like a 2018, 2017, like in my own head. So when we're busting balls a little bit about like, oh, they're redoing this again, we just got the box set. Shit, we haven't got this box set 7 years.
7 years. Like, I had no idea either. Like, it doesn't seem like it's that old at all.
Not at all. I was so blown away. I was like, I swear I thought a lot of these came out way before the Halloween box set did, but I guess not. And that's just insane to me because, I say, hey, listen, like I was bitching about saying we just got the box set, and I was a little bit wrong, I guess. Time is flying, man.
So, yeah, that's Halloween box set. A lot of people, that was a big eBay item, man. And the thing about it with me is I'm such a Halloween fan that even if it was like $1,000, I still wouldn't have sold it. I mean, that's just how stupid I am when it comes to that sort of thing.
Well, the funny thing about it is,
a lot of people were flipping it.
Even with all this shit coming out, the 4Ks coming out, like it hasn't affected the price of the Blu-ray set at all. Like I don't think that a lot of people give a shit about 4K like the vast majority of people.
I think it's affected it a little bit.
Doesn't seem to.
Well, I mean, this set was what, $500-$600 at some point. Now I'm seeing people selling it for like $300 or $400.
Oh, Pops is in here. Got the Madman Vinegar Syndrome shirt from the store. Woo!
Sweet.
That's a
I don't know if anybody's got that one yet. Yeah, that's a good one. I should try to get that one in time for the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale bulls. Am I delayed or anything on here, or what?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's get rolling. There's a lot of garbage I think that they come out with this year, and a lot of stuff that I've never seen, like the IFC shit. Like Garrett, man, like if you got a lot of that stuff, you could clear. If you need space, you could clear that shit out pretty easy. I mean, if it were me,
I've actually got this next one for some reason. I think they had to like send it to us.
What you got?
The next one on being the Hemlock Grove complete first season.
Well, you know what?
I hope to God you
I
didn't
don't
buy
have that one.
I didn't buy it. I know I didn't.
Do you got it to show?
Shit, it's in there in the living room. I have to go get it, but
I didn't have it. I was like, I was looking around. I was like, oh, I didn't get it, and I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't get. Did that show ever have a season 2, or was that it? I've never seen it.
The only thing I remember about that show is Famke Janssen. Like, wasn't she in it? Because that's all I can remember. I don't remember anything about how many seasons it had.
Was that?
I just know Eli Roth had something to do with it.
It was the Eli Roth one, right? Okay, yeah, I did not buy that because I was like, I'm not going to start buying like shows.
All right, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll go see if I can find it.
Yeah, Hemlock Grove came out. The release date on it was October the 7th, 2014. Do you remember watching wasn't the show on, was it Netflix or something like that?
I've never seen it. I've never seen that show, so I don't know anything about it.
I'm thinking that it was on.
It was like about a wolf or something, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I'm thinking it was on some sort of streaming service, which at that time it would have had to been Netflix.
I don't know. I wasn't really early on Netflix. Like, I didn't get Netflix for a long time, so it could have been, and I just didn't have Netflix for so long.
While Uncle Bill is going to get Hemlock Grove, which I'm surprised he still has. I'm sure we got sent that back in the day when we were on better terms with our buddies at Scheme Factory. We are going to have an announcement about an upcoming guest, and it's a cool show concept idea. It's going to be 1 week from tonight, and you will have to stick around. Keep watching the video here live. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up this vid, gang, while we're waiting for UB to get back. If you like these series, throw that thumbs up.
At some point in the night, I will divulge what the show is. It's going to be a really cool concept, something that we've never done before, and who the guest is. And I want to be sending Tiffany Shep as a text here in a little bit, too, and see if we can get her ass back on the show at some point. That'll be the views right there, man. You get a girl, especially a famous woman. She ain't no girl. We'll be getting wet movie numbers at that point.
All right, Lepke.
Lepke, baby. Picked up the Born to Be Rad shirt. That one's still sealed.
Yeah, it's never been opened. And it's definitely a screener because they punched the code out. But yeah. It's so cute.
I ain't watching Hemlock Grove. Fuck you, Screen Factory.
Yeah, so Famke Janssen's definitely in this, and this is the first season. I think they made at least 2 seasons of this for some reason. But there it is.
Hemlock Grove season 1, the one and only season.
Garrett, if you want this to help complete your set, I'll be glad to sell it to you. It's still sealed.
I'm good.
It's only $19.99, baby. You need to look it up, though. It might be one of those that's out of print. There's a lot of stuff on this year that has went out of print and is going for crazy money.
Yeah,
I'm willing to bet that's probably not one of them, but hell, I'll check it.
No, I mean, dude, you might be surprised because if that was the only season of that show, I don't know if it was or not, but and it's sealed, it might be worth something.
Adam, 80s fan, I guarantee you I can get that for you. So you might as well send me the Scream Factory release of dolls because I don't have that.
You son of a bitch.
I have a ton of Tiffany Shepis autographs.
No, he I wanted to say to Adam on it.
Well, I'll write to Adam on it. It'll be from her.
He really will too. Don't fucking try him.
No, I'm not kidding. I have like a ton of, probably a whole binder worth of Tiffany stuff.
I'm pretty positive that we could get Tiffany Shepard to send him an autograph anyway.
So if I can get Tiffany to agree to the show, Wet Movie One will be on there with us, and he's gonna hype it for us on his page with 70,000 subs or whatever he's got.
What the heck?
Goddamn.
Don't bounce me out of that show now. Jeez.
We're gonna have a.
Buddy, you need to talk Tiffany Shepard. Like, seriously to God, I'm not even saying
You know what?
this.
To be honest, I've never talked to her in my life. I've never. I don't even think I've ever been to a convention that she's been at. So I don't know if she doesn't come around the East at all. But as far as I remember, I've never.
She used to do Chiller all the time. I think that was her show forever.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany is one of
I
those.
might have just missed her.
She's one of those people that, like, she's a real anomaly because she's, the way that she is, and she's an actress and all that stuff. But she's like one of the coolest, most down to earth people to talk to ever. And she really did remind us of like a sister or something. Like, that's how she kind of acted. So she's like one of the coolest people we've ever had on the show. I hope that she does it again at some point.
Yeah, the first time we met Tiffany was way back in 2007 at the Fright Night Film Fest, which the next one is coming up this weekend. We're going to be there in Louisville, Kentucky, baby. And like, I was really, really nervous when I first met her, but then she's probably a little bit different now than she was then. She was kind of crazy, wild, but in a good way,
Yeah. But we got to get on to the show. We can't be talking about Tiffany Shepard this whole fucking show.
So, the Squad, not the Monster Squad, just the Squad.
The Squad.
October the 21st, 2014. Anybody have the Squad?
What the fuck? I don't understand.
Listen.
Let's go, baby.
Let me know what anybody thinks about this. I can remember. This might be the right one.
It looks like Nicolas Cage on the cover there.
I can remember putting this on, and I was like, what the hell? It's in Spanish, so there's no English on this at all. So if anybody wants the Squad, I'm willing to part with this because I put it on. There was no English on it. I was like, what? There's no change. You can't change the audio. You can't put no. So don't know what's going on with this one. But if anybody wants it, they can have it.
Jason Stroud, we are from Kentucky, and Indy Phantom knows this because he's been around for hell and ever. He's Canadian. There's a weird relationship with Canadians and Kentuckians, Uncle. Have you noticed this?
It is.
Like, we have a mutual love for each other for some reason. Anyway, the Squad, yeah, fuck it, I don't know.
No, don't talk about the Squad. There ain't no sense in it.
You had the Vincent Price, what was it? Vincent Price #2 box set.
I talked about this. I sold all my Vincent Price ones. So
I had that one as well. I sold that back in the day for big money. It was out of print for a while.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And then it got back in print, and the poor motherfucker that paid $230 for it. Sorry, you're dumb.
Sorry about your damn luck.
So that box set included The Last Man on Earth, The Comedy of Terror, Dr. Fobbs Rises Again, The Tomb of something, The Raven, Return of the Fly, and The House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
House on Haunted. Now, there's a couple of them that's public domain movies. House on Haunted Hill and Last Man on Earth, and I don't know, there may have been
We
another
watched Last Man on Earth, didn't we? And reviewed it.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one actually being like a pretty good movie for me.
Yeah, that's like the, there's been a million different versions of that. Like what was the one with Will Smith in it?
Oh, that was I Am Legend.
That's the same story though, right?
Yeah, same thing. It's, what's that guy's name? Dick Matheson.
Yeah, Dirty Dick Matheson. So yeah, that's Vincent Price. I like Vincent Price movies. I like them. I don't watch them very much. It's like the Fly box set. I had every chance in the world to get that thing.
Yeah, I see it everywhere I go too. Like, I saw it. I went to FYE again and saw it. I've gone to like Walmart and seen it. It's like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I keep trying to give a fuck and go ahead and buy it, but
I've got a DVD box set of it. I'm fine just keeping that if I ever want to watch. And those are good movies. They're not bad. Like The Fly with Vincent Price. It's a good movie, but I just don't watch it that much.
Yeah, but you hate Jeff Goldblum too, so you don't want the other Fly remake. That's true.
And I hear the one with Eric Stoltz in it's not very good.
Have you never seen that? Because it's truly like awful.
I may have I don't know.
It's pretty bad.
So yeah, that the Vincent Price set came out October the 21st. Any other thoughts on those movies, guys?
No, I didn't really even watch them when I had them. I mean, I have some of that stuff. Like you said, a lot of it's public domain, so I have a lot of, they used to come out with like tins, like, Halloween movies, and they're all on there. So I still have like the DVDs and stuff of them, but.
So next is the
yeah.
This is the one that we've been waiting on. That we've talked about it before, though. It's been a long time. There may be fans that do not know the story of this release. So let's take you back there. We can go back. I was thinking about this today. All the way to 2000, I think it was 2010 Horror Hound weekend. They had a special screening. This was a show that Clive Barker was there. I don't know how long he signed autographs. He's been in poor health for, it seems like, forever almost.
Yeah.
I remember people talking about that while we were there, like, oh, like he's real bad off, and he doesn't look good, and all this and that, and like he's not going to be here very long, meaning that he would leave the show early, and it's been like what, 10 years, 11 years?
Yeah.
When I thought he said he wasn't going to be here very long, I thought that meant he was dying or something.
It could have. I'm not sure how to take that. I think it can mean either or.
But anyway, they had the special screening of what was known as the Cabal Cut, which is rough at the time. It was, what was it, a 2.5 hour version of Nightbreed? It's a longer version. I don't know how much longer it is. So nothing was heard about it. They said to do the proper restoration, it would be a lot of money. And we didn't hear about it for years and years and years. And then the summer of 2014, they announced the director's cut of Nightbreed. Scream Factory did. That would come out in the fall. 2 different versions of it, right? And if I'm wrong on this, because I never did get this. I'm not a big Nightbreed fan, to be honest with you. I've got an old DVD of Warner Brothers or something that released it years ago. So 2 different versions. You had the regular standard edition, which was just the director's cut, right? Was that just the director's cut?
I don't know. I don't know if it was the theatrical or it was just one of the cuts. I'm not sure which one it was.
Somebody can let us know, but that was like what is the standard price? Like $25, $26 for it. And then you had like a 2 or 3 disc edition.
All right.
What is the limited edition?
Here's what it says.
Discs?
It says, originally available in 2 packages, a limited edition of only 10,000 and a standard edition. The limited edition included extras in the original R-rated theatrical version, yada, yada, yada.
3 disc.
Yeah.
3 discs. So you said 10,000. I thought it was 5,000.
It says 10,000 units.
It may have been originally 5,000 and they saw, oh shit, those sold quick. Let's get more.
Well, remember the Friday the 13th thing?
Because I pulled up the original press release for it. I found it. So I'd say that's what they did. So that was $79.99 for 3 Blu-rays. People were pissed off. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this.
I do.
People were not. They're like, what the? This Scream Factory are a bunch of greedy motherfuckers to do this.
If they'd only known.
And they took advantage of Garrett. Garrett shoveled, $80 for 3 DVDs. Or 3 Blu-rays.
So this is why I don't really know a lot of this story that you're going to talk about, because it never affected me. So therefore, like I paid the money for this straight up but here's my issue too, is I thought this was going to be the cut that like we've all been waiting for, the Cabal cut, and it's a director's cut, and it's actually different than the Cabal cut. So, which is interesting. It's not the same cut. So, I mean, it is cool that you're getting that longer version, but there's still stuff missing or there's something changed or whatever, because other companies had come out with the Cabal cut after this. So you kind of wish this had the end all be all and it had everything, but I did spend it. And I'm going to tell you though, right now, it's a beautiful edition. I mean, the artwork is killer. The colors pop. I mean, it's in a nice hard box, and it's got all the stuff inside. It's got a book. It's got all the discs, and
he has no
it was always
regrets.
one of my favorite.
Is it hard?
I don't have any regrets, especially because 2014. I don't. It is what it is. I love that edition, but yeah. So that's why I really don't know exactly what you guys are going to get into. I know you've told me, but I don't remember a lot of that.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and preface what we're going to get into by saying that Garrett has nothing to do with this and should not incur any of the wrath of anyone
if Garrett
related to what we're about to say.
Asks for and wants some Scream Factory promo discs, by God, Tom Chin, throw them his way. Okay.
I mean, come on now. I just bought 3 years worth of stuff here, every edition.
I mean,
I got
deserve
the squad, and I don't know what the heck.
I'd give it to you. But,
You bought the squad, man.
I mean,
It's like, so it's funny too, because you look in here now and like we go through Halloween, like I spent full price on that. I spent top dollar on this Nightbreed. And then this guy up here is getting, cuts and dollar box sets and all this other stuff.
So,
but you know what you don't have? You don't have this. You need it.
Bro.
You need this.
So, Nightbreed, though, like we said, there's overpriced $80 3-disc limited edition, which I think Jay mentioned that it was $5,000. They sold a ton of them and realized they could sell more, so they upped it to $10,000, being the greedy motherfuckers they are. $80, $80 a piece, man. Okay, keep in mind. Let me see if I've got one of them over here.
Uh-oh.
Very much the same. Wouldn't you say that it's the same size of like a Arrow limited edition? It's kind of the exact same. Right. So, inflation, the autographs at conventions have went from $20 to $60, but you can get a 4K limited edition set for $40. Okay. And they've got posters and all that cool stuff. But back in 2014, no, we're going to charge $80 for it. But anyway, I think Indie Phantom said karma definitely caught up with them. And I think that's why we were so in love with what happened and just kind of, because it's one thing that happened, which what we're going to talk about. It's another thing that Scream Factory did what they did afterwards. So, Uncle Bill,
Yeah.
I guess when they started shipping these out, this was back when Scream Factory would legit ship their stuff out 2 weeks early for people. They don't do that anymore. They just say they're going to. That don't happen. And people started to get, I think Pizzow was one of the very first people that I saw that ordered the standard edition but received the limited edition. So whatever the standard edition was, what would it be? Let's say it's $26. And then the standard edition was what? 2.5 times that.
You mean the
3
limited
times
edition?
that.
The limited edition, yeah.
Limited edition, was $80.
Yep.
So it was like, holy shit. And then more of these started happening. It was some sort of mishap at the warehouse where they were, I guess it was whoever was working in the warehouse. It's like, oh, it's Nightbreed. Who cares,
Is that what they thought?
Well, they don't know. I mean, most of these people probably aren't
This is
fans.
a bunch of fucking junk.
Can you pull up Moran right now and the guy at the warehouse? This piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's Nightbreed piece of shit over here.
I didn't even go to the screening.
I didn't go.
I didn't fucking go. Fuck them.
So, I'm guessing what happened maybe is the standard edition wasn't in their house yet. They got the limited edition first. And these guys got all excited one night. I was like, oh, let's pack all this shit up and get it out of here, boys. So, that happened.
What's up, Jamie?
And, appreciate everybody leaving comments. A lively chat tonight. So, I don't know, was it almost immediately or a couple of days later? You started seeing posts online where people were saying, there was somebody from Scream Factory customer service calling, right?
This is the best shit.
So,
ever.
Imagine walking into work that day and it's like, you got to call everybody who ordered this.
Right.
Because you can even tell they're like laughing. I'm like, oh, I'm saying this again, you know?
We played this right at the beginning of the show as a part of our song. I've got it by itself so you guys can hear exactly. I still have the voicemail that a listener of the show sent. So you can hear exactly what this poor CSR had to repeat probably 500 times that day. Whatever. I don't know. Here we go, boss.
Hello, my name is Anna. I was calling from Scream Factory CS to let you know that the warehouse has shipped you the wrong version of Nightbreed, and we were calling to ask that the product be returned. However, we're issuing a $10 credit on your order of the standard edition. Excuse me. And we would like to let you know that you can keep the limited edition poster. We are sending you a carton to return the set that you've received. It will have a prepaid label It will have a prepaid label inside to ship it back to the warehouse as soon as you get it. And then once the set is received at the warehouse, we will ship your standard edition and issue the $10 credit. We are very sorry this happened to your order. However, if you have any other questions, please contact the in-house people at info@shoutfactory.com.
Let me just break
Here's
down.
what I'm going to say really quick. I got to say this really quick. No, this is the only place you're going to get this. Who still has that voicemail besides you guys? Like you know
I don't
what I mean?
throw
Like,
shit away.
You'll never get that anywhere. Like that doesn't exist anywhere but this video right now. So that is just
I'm sure that
my mind.
Scream Factory doesn't want it to exist.
But now,
I guarantee that, but that's what's just so crazy. Like that is some stuff that you're not going to hear anywhere but this video right here.
This is what's funny to me, though, as I'm listening to that. So, what went down there was somebody paid something and they got something more than what they were supposed to get, which is like every horror fan or, every collector fan's dream, right? Yeah. And then they're calling you and being like, hey, stupid, guess what? Give us that shit back. It's like if you watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but he gets the golden ticket and then somebody comes up behind him and fucking clubs him in the head and takes it. It's like, fuck you.
Or it's like in WWE, like during those days where you're just seeing everybody getting fired and you see like the talent agent calling your phone and you're like, no, I don't want to pick this up.
No.
It's like the same thing.
God.
She actually said, yeah, sorry that this happened to your order too. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So what happened if you didn't send it back? Nothing, because most people didn't send it back.
What can they do? They can't do anything. And that was where...
Yeah, you can keep the... That's the other part that was killer. Like they can do anything about you fucking keeping the poster. Like, you can keep that if you want. We just want the disc back.
Like, no, I'm going to send the poster back too, so can you send me a different box? Like,
just the fucking gall of that company doing that is what is just so amazing to me.
That's the thing, like, that was where really my problem with Scream Factory first started. As far as, not their releases, because they do a great job. They really do. Like, all of the content, the transfers, the packaging, all that. But they are just a bunch of greedy fucks. They are. They've always been that way. And this just it's a prime example of it.
I mean, it was a very poor decision on their part. It was weird. It's one of those things that I kind of always look at and I'm like, as a company, if you make a mistake like that, like you've got to eat that, and that's the only way to do it. And it sucks. And, a lot of people got good deals on this thing, but as a company, you have to eat that kind of stuff because to do what they did, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like you said, like, what could they have done if you didn't send it back? Like, nothing, right? So,
basically they just pissed a bunch of people off for no reason, and then like there was nothing that they could gain out of that, because if you didn't want to send it back, you just wouldn't send it back.
Then to lead insult to injury, you guys were the biggest radio horror show at that time, like, around. So, word got kind of back on that whole ordeal, right? And that just led insult to injury with them, I guess.
So, yeah, here's where it gets really fucked up. And you can tell this story because you're the one that said it, And I still
So-
I still stand by it. I'd still say it like again.
Yeah, I told.
actually.
And this was a joke. Clearly, most people with any sense of humor would have known.
But we're
that I
not
was
dealing with
kidding.
people with a fucking sense of humor here. Trust me.
No. I told people that, Scream Factory sent you that box. What I'd like for you to do is open that sumbitch up, squat down, and take a big shit in it and send it back to them.
Listen,
And
you
this
guys, you guys had so many people following you at that time. I guarantee one of them, Metal Man, probably did it. I mean, someone did it.
Someone shit in the box. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think. I think Felcher would have said something, but
Oh my god.
word did get. They did hear that, and they were scared to death that someone was going to shit in a box and send it their way. I don't think it happened. Now, if it happened, I don't know anything about it, but that's the story there with the Nightbreed fiasco.
Oh, well, that's not the end of it, though, because up to that point, we were getting screeners from Screen Factory, like Hemlock Grove over here.
Off and on. Off and on.
Well, we did, though, because I've got a lot of them in there that I know I never bought that were just screeners. And then all that shit just quit, like, after that. We never got another thing. Like, we never... Yeah.
Some people, though, like, back in the day, they were consistent with screeners. Synapse, every fucking thing they got. Blue Underground, everything they got. Scream Factory, it was like trying to get, what is the saying, trying to pull blood out of a turnip or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was not easy anyway. Like, they're a stingy company. They always have been. But yeah, this is probably the best case example publicly that you can go to say, hey, these are a bunch of greedy assholes.
Yeah, it was just probably one of the worst business decisions ever from any of these companies, I think.
And
with the exception of maybe like one other company recently like putting other films and shit on the covers of their titles. Yeah. That might also be a horrible business decision.
Maybe. I mean, but I kind of understand where they were coming from.
I think it's a bad business decision for us at business, but I think for the fans it was effective. It didn't hurt the fans.
Yeah, you're right.
Sense,
Yeah, and in this,
now I can't get my damn freaking drop that bread. But
in Scream Factory's case, though, it was just a bad it was a decision that they could have gained nothing from. Like nobody could have gained anything from that. The fans, them, it was just all around horrible decision.
I got to say though, as time moved on, the set sold out, and it is one of the big ticket items for Scream Factory now. So, I'm not a big fan of it. The movie's okay. Who is it? Craig Sheffer or whatever from One Tree Hill's in it.
Yeah, he was in Hellraiser Deader too, which is one of my favorite Hellraiser films. I don't know why.
Yeah, that movie reminds me of Basket Case 3, Nightbreed does.
It's got that vibe.
I was always a fan of it. I always liked it. I think honestly, I think the director's cut, it's a little bit too long in my opinion. But I like the style of it. I'm big on the way it looks and stuff like that. But before we kind of move on, you should probably plug the limited. If you're listening to this stream, people want a limited shirt talking about this incident
to commemorate this occasion.
Yeah,
to commemorate this occasion. I mean, it's a limited edition on the store right now. If anybody wants
it's
one
on,
of their own, I think
shop.deadpit.com. You can pick all kinds of cool designs up. There's going to be some Halloween designs that's going to come up on there through the month of October only. So we're going to start doing our limited edition shit. We also have a Scheme Factory shirt, which Uncle Bill inspired that one.
I actually like that one a lot too. If somebody points out though about Nightbreed that David Cronenberg was the best part, I agree with that actually. I think without him being in that movie, it would have just been like a collection of kind of full moon entertainment monsters, like all the Nightbreed characters, and it's like a kind of fucking smoltzy love story with him being the Beast and Beauty and the Beast. So without something to kind of pad that out, then it would have been just a forgettable movie, I think.
Jay is asking, any idea how many wrong copies were sent out? I don't think that we ever found that out. You would think it wouldn't have been that many. I mean, it was just the first, week or two that the first batch of them that went out.
Dude, that's money. You know what, Lepke? That's
a great idea.
That's you got to give him that. That's the thing, dude. For real.
Yeah.
If we buy the shirt,
we'll call you and be like, "Yeah, you got to send it back.
Send that fucking shirt back, Lepke."
I would agree to that. No doubt. You guys, for sure. Wes is like, what are you doing over there? I'm at work. He's like calling people.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Send that damn shirt back, boy. We need it. I need something to wipe my ass with.
We had an error at the printing press.
So anyway, it is what it is. I mean, that's an interesting story. I think it was a very, very, very bad business move which is multi-million-dollar company, Scream Factory is.
But you know what, though, man? In the end, it didn't hurt them at all. Like, they still sell shit out like within a month. They're still one of the biggest companies. But it didn't hurt them in that way. But for people that are really in the know and like were dealing with shit like that back then, like it really gave you a bad taste in your mouth about like what kind of company that was. And I still hate buying shit from them, to be honest. Like, there's something about it that just doesn't sit right with me, but they're the only one that puts out a lot of these movies, and especially in 4K, so you kind of have to. That's just my opinion. And my opinion in no way reflects on Born to be Rad. I'd just like to state that again for the record.
The fuck you, son, fuck you comes strictly from DEADPIT.com.
Yeah.
So let's move on, boys.
I'm just listening in, showing my collection.
Hey.
He's not saying a fucking word. That is the right decision.
He is very supportive of Scream Factory. Sorry.
But I do think the idea of if they buy a shirt to call them is a good idea. So I will say that. I think that just makes so much sense.
Sure, yeah. Buy a shit in the box shirt or a Scream Factory shirt, and one of us will call you, leave you a voicemail, cuss you out. Or we can act like a CSR, whatever you want us to do. I'm very sorry it's from Dead Pit headquarters that we sent you this shirt. Please send it back, and we will send you a $5 gift card.
I just read that.
I'll come up with something funny. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Look at Taylor's thing.
No kidding. I ordered the doc back when it came out, and they sent me this shitty film about Uncle Bill's ponytail.
Oh my God! I missed that
ponytail.
Oh my God!
You about had one grown out, man. You cut it again. What the hell?
I could almost do it right now if I wanted to. Just a couple more months.
He's gonna Michael Hayes you next time he sees you.
This is a weird one because I don't even remember this one coming out. It's a Jeff Lieberman movie, Squirm. I don't even remember that one coming out from Scream Factory.
I've got that one in there actually.
Okay. So that was a collector's edition. That's
which is again
movie.
It is kind of weird that is a collector's edition. To be honest, I thought
I completely. I wonder if that one is going for any sort of money.
I would think so, just because I think it's a little obscure to be a collector's edition. Like, there's not even much on here as far as extras. So I don't know.
I'll say, though, that I watched that movie not too long ago on just some random channel, and it must have been one of the original kind of copies, and it really benefited from a Scream Factory release because it looks like shit. It's one of those movies that it was just the original negative of that was an awful shape. So I'm glad
Greg Caldwell's saying it's going for $60. So
yeah, it's a good movie too. It's actually pretty cool.
So both of those, Nightbreed and Squirm, came out October the 28th, 2014, right before Halloween. The next one up was a movie from back in the it's 85. I thought it was back in before that. The Doctor and the Devil. You have that one, Garrett?
I've actually got that one too, and I know they had to send it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't remember what it's about, to be honest.
It's about a doctor and a devil. So let's move on. Anybody has any thoughts on that one? Let us know in the chat. Next one up, baby. Pumpkinhead 2 came out in November. Blood Wings.
Blood Wing, daddy. I got that one too.
Look at you.
That one's actually going for a pretty good amount right now.
Yep.
Blood
Punky
Wings.
Brewster is in it.
Yep. Salil Mooney Fry. That's my cousin.
Half cousin.
Blood Wings.
Yeah.
Linnea Quigley's in that. Isn't that a Jeff Burr joint?
That
Jeff
is.
Burr.
The
That
king
was
of
one-
shitty sequels.
That was one of the 18 sequels that Jeff Burr did in his career.
Yep.
Someone will re-release that. I think they can do a Pumpkinhead box set even with those shitty sci-fi Pumpkinhead movies. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of them too, actually.
That one was November the 4th. November the 11th was the movie that I believe my buddy Adam is going to send me, and I'm going to trade him one of my Tiffany Shepard signatures for Dolls, a Stuart Gordon movie.
Now that one goes for a goddamn fortune. Like, anywhere.
I think I also have the poster if anybody's interested. Not with this, but I could maybe part with the poster.
Yeah, this was one of the many. They did a lot of full moon stuff around this time too, with Charles Band and Scream Factory or however that worked. Empire Pictures.
I love that movie, though. I actually watched that movie probably about a month ago with the kids. It still holds up, though. Like, it's stupid and silly, but it's got a good vibe to that movie somehow or another.
Next one up is they did a pair of Romero films November the 18th, The Dark Half and Monkey Shines, baby.
I love me some Monkey Shine.
I'm a fan of Monkey Shines as well.
Both Romero films. Both great in their own way. Although, like I said, I finally figured out why I have a problem with The Dark Half, too. For the people that have seen The Dark Half. I like Timothy Hutton is the guy. I believe that's the main character in it. I like his regular version where he's the good guy. I don't like The Dark Half. Like the when he plays The Dark Half or whatever. Just something about it that's like just too kind of goofy to work. But the rest of the film's good.
I recently bought the Eureka Entertainment versions of both of those because both of those Scream Factories are out of print and go for big money. I want to hopefully check those out sometime in October. But yeah, those are two. I would say definitely Monkey Shines is a very underrated Romero movie.
Yeah, I totally agree. It doesn't get any love. And if it does, sometimes I feel like it's negative. And I feel like for an 80s horror movie, it just fits exactly what, that is to me. It's just, a bonkers story and, it's fun. And it's a real monkey and they're doing all the stuff. So it's definitely pretty cool.
The next release, December the 2nd, double feature time. You got the Tales from the Crypt movie and The Vault of Horror.
I've got that one too. Honest to God, though, Tales from the Crypt, the old one is like one of my favorite anthology movies. That's a great anthology movie. It's got the original Santa Claus. Yeah, even before the Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, this was really
TV
early too,
series.
like in the early 70s, 72.
Well, let me ask you this, Uncle Bill, just because I keep getting, there's so many anthologies out there. You've got, and I always think of this, and I think of the show, and then I'd
fucking shit. No, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's going to be the case.
That's amazing. And then I always think of Tales from the Dark Side. I always get confused on certain episodes or whatever. Was Tales from the Crypt had this one story where they could bring this guy back to life all the time? Is that the one where I can just still remember this one scene where I was like, dude, this is the best thing I've ever seen, when he was getting carried out in the coffin and whatever happens, he came back to life and he's like, and then she's like, what's the matter with him? He's like, he's embalmed.
Yes, that's it.
That's the funniest thing. How clever is that? He's like, I'm burning. And I'm like, I just always thought that was the most clever thing ever. You had the power to bring him back to life, and you did when he was embalmed, and the guy's just in so much pain. It to me, I'm just man, that's freaking genius.
It's also got an awesome I don't know, something that goes through the entire series, which is the guy on the motorcycle with the skeleton face that's kind of like goes through each story and everything, which is a badass looking character. They could do like a figure of that thing. It would be amazing.
That's right.
But yeah, I watched that when I was young, like, I don't know, 13, 14 or something like that. And it just always stuck with me as being like one of the better anthology movies, even though it was like British and it's what, in the 70s, maybe the 60s. I don't know, like late 60s, early 70s, sometime around there.
Was Vault of Horror, is that an anthology as well? I don't recall that movie at all.
Yeah, I believe it is. I think that they're again, I get them confused. Which is the one where they're down in like this are they down in a vault? Is and then everybody kind of tells different stories, or is that Tales from the Crypt?
I think that's Tales from the Crypt, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen Vault of Horror, if I'm being honest. Like,
yeah, they were both 20th Century Fox releases. They were both in the early 70s. Vault of Horror was 73. Tales from the Crypt is 72. So maybe it was like an unofficial sequel or something like that from Tales from the Crypt. Who knows? Continuing on, though. December the 18th of 2014. Lord of Illusions from 95. It's a movie that came out at a weird time. Clive Barker presents Lord of Illusions. Any memories from this movie? It's been so long. I think I rented it back in the day, but I don't really recall much from it.
I don't either. It's not one that I've watched a bunch of times. I've probably seen it maybe twice in my life. I get a lot of Barker's stuff kind of confused, just because it's not something that I spend a lot of time watching. So I don't.
Yeah, that's one that I haven't. I think I've tried to watch that movie maybe one or two times and never been able to get through it.
I think Lord of Illusions might be another one that goes for decent money on eBay. But let's move on here. Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh was January the 6th, 2015. It's the only good Candyman sequel. I don't know about the remake. I've heard mixed things. But
my opinion on it, 'cause I haven't really talked about it at all. I was so excited for this movie. The trailer, it won me over, and I know it was kind of getting a little bit of hype, but I felt like more people were talking about Halloween Kills, and I had said a couple times, like after watching the Candyman trailer, to me it was right on par with Halloween Kills as far as something I was really interested in, just because, I know Jordan Peele had something to do with it, and I always I like his movies, and I was really interested in this, and I was kind of let down, to be honest with you. There was cool parts in it, but I think there was some stuff in the movie that overshadowed the story, and I wasn't really happy with it, to be honest. And I know that's probably going to be the minority, because I'm hearing a lot of people loved it. Man, I bought the movie poster, the one sheet, and everything because I was so hyped to love this thing, and I just was kind of disappointed with it. And I really don't understand how much hype it's getting. I just don't think that it's earned at all. But
I'm not, to be quite honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the Candyman movies. The first movie's okay. The second movie is okay. But honestly, it didn't affect my fandom of horror in any way at all. It would be fine if those movies were never, ever made for me.
Yeah, I keep seeing it on there, and to rent it, it's like $20, and I'm just, I don't know. Something tells me I'm not going to like that movie, so I'm just going to avoid.
I don't think you're going to either. But again, it's weird because I feel like the majority of people absolutely love it, and there was elements of it I really liked, but the last act was just rushed and thrown together, and I'm like, oh my god, we're ending it here, and there was some stuff in the story that, again, like I said, there was things that they were trying to kind of push that I felt overshadowed the story a little bit, and to me it was kind of I didn't need that in this movie, so that was kind of my opinion. I was super bummed because I was really excited for it.
Any memories of Candyman 2, though, guys? I don't really remember it. I remember it was slightly better than Part 3. Part 3 is like a TV movie or something, wasn't it?
I just remember the beginning, the beginning was in a bar or some kind of restaurant or something, I think, when everything started. I remember liking Candyman 2, but it's one of those things where I get that one and 3 kind of mixed up. I forget which one is which, so I don't want to speak out of tongue with it, so.
Yeah, I don't remember a damn thing about it. I like the original Candyman, and I remember the only thing I remember about the Candyman sequel was I didn't hate it. Like, so I don't remember it, but I also know that it wasn't like awful.
Taylor says that Candyman 2 is set in New Orleans, so it's the New Orleans Candyman movie. That kind of makes sense. I don't know. Let's go on, Bulls. Supernova. Is that the fucking...
The champagne supernova in the sky.
Dude.
Oh, no.
Wasn't that one of the stables at the Walmart bargain bin?
Yes, it was. I know that's the first thing I think of because my brother, who's not a movie collector at all, when we were living at home, I can remember him and his girlfriend at the time used to just go to Walmart and buy like random stuff out of the bin. I remember him coming home with Supernova, and he's like, "Is this good?" I'm like, "I don't know." But the only reason I bought it is because I didn't own this at all, and it has James Spader in it, and I love James Spader. So that was the reason I bought this, because I was like, I didn't own it, and I'm a big Spader fan, and I'm pretty much caught up in my Scream Factory collection, so I'm going to buy it. And I don't remember anything about it. So I may have watched it once, but nothing memorable comes from that for me.
I'd say it sucks.
You know what James Spader was great in? Wolf. You remember that fucking movie?
Oh, Jack
Nicholson?
I remember the movie, but I don't remember a lot of Spader in it.
Spader's the heel wolf to Jack Nicholson's face
the
wolf.
wolf of evil.
I gotta rewatch that then, because I totally forget that. Damn. Yeah, Stuntman Mark. Tough turn, new kids. Watch it.
Also, Uncle Bill, remind me before the end of the show, we're going to talk about our next show with an interview, kind of. So don't let me forget about that.
All right.
I talked about it briefly when you were looking for Hemlock Grove.
Okay.
The next set of releases, they had 2 double features of, let's see, bunch of 80s horror comedy stuff, looks like. Let me get, Love at First Bite and Once Bitten. Double feature.
You won't feel no pain once bitten.
These are good, man. Very good. I love Once Bitten. Love it.
Dude, I watched that movie probably, I would say 50 times when I was a kid. Like, it was one of my favorite movies. And, you know, people shit all over it, like, say, like, how bad it is now and stuff. But, like, when you're, however I was then, 8, 9 years old or whatever when it came out, yeah, that movie was great.
I think it still is cool. It's different. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, you know, there's just some of those quirky parts where, like, Jim Carrey's walking around and like, what are you supposed to be? I'm not in a costume. You know,
Yeah.
I love it.
The next one, they had 2 double features back to back. You had Vampire Kith and what was the other one here?
High Spirits.
High Spirits. Steve
Now, Vampire's Kiss is the Nicolas Cage one, right? Where he's all about
good. That's
like
good too.
A, B, C, D, like all that shit. Yeah. Oh.
He's again, this is an early Cage, and he is wild, man, in this. He's off the wall. So I would definitely recommend that one too.
Stuntman says he's still got the VHS of Once Bitten. I actually still have the VHS of High Spirits. It's on eBay right now. But I have it.
Oh.
Continuing
Nice,
on,
Jamie.
though, trying to go through some of these quickly here. February 17th, Animal. Was that the what's the guy's name? Rob Schneider, wasn't he in that?
No, it can't be.
Or am I thinking of another movie?
He's got it. Where's that, Garrett? Come on.
What is it?
Animal.
Well,
You know you got it.
Can you sing the Def Leppard song?
No, I don't know that
I'm
one.
not a Def Leppard fan,
Oh, come
sorry.
on. Or can you sing?
What the hell
Dude,
is
he
that?
thought it was a slip cover.
No.
I walk alone.
God.
Well, I was hoping for Def Leppard, but we
That's
did.
the thing that you see a lot of starting in this year. There's a lot of the,
Guess what?
I guess, the IFC films.
Oh, and it's not. Yeah, still sealed. Still sealed. I haven't watched it.
It could be worth something. Look it up.
I was a completionist at one point, man. You know.
No shit, Garrett. If you bought the Animal, then that, yeah.
February 17th also. I recently picked this one up because it was one that was out of print and I made some money on it. Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund.
Which is weird because, dude, it's on eBay again for like 16. I mean, it's on Amazon for like $16 again. So I don't know like what window you cashed in on because it's still.
It was very quick. Yeah, I think I'm on some Scream Factory collectors forums, and there are people that post like if there's some sort of deal on eBay, and they said, "Hey, this is back in stock," and it was like $11.99 or something then on eBay. So I was like, "Fuck it, if it goes through." I ordered 2 of them, and I kept one, and I sold one for like $30. The day that I got it in, I took a picture and sold it on eBay. So very quickly you have to do stuff like that.
It's on Amazon again in stock, so.
I don't remember this movie being very good, but
It's not. I've got it in there too.
I got it for free, kind of. So, New Year's Evil, February. A weird time to bring out New Year's Evil in February.
Yeah, they should have brought it a little bit early, but this was a big release for them. A lot of people were excited to get this one because I don't think it even had a DVD release. No,
I'm not entirely sure, man.
I don't
Like
think
who else put that out though? Somebody else put that out recently.
Oh, I don't know.
New Year's Evil, was it Vinegar Syndrome or one of those companies like that?
They did Bloody Birthday. No, they did. No, they did. They did. What was that one that had like the skull on it with like? It was like almost like a ripoff. It's not Bloody Birthday. No, it was something else.
I can't remember. I know what you're
was
talking about.
Bloody New Year. Was it Bloody New Year?
Bloody New Year.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
it was. Bloody New Year.
I'd say both of them aren't very good, though, if I was guessing.
Bloody New Year's
Evil, I
alright.
mean, again, for a New Year's Eve movie, like there's not many of them, so it was okay.
It was all right.
Kino did release this again.
Another double feature. I know Garrett's got this one because he's just a fan of this sort of thing. Blackula, baby. And,
Scream, Blackula, Scream.
Scream, Blackula. Yeah. So that is one, too, that I think is going for pretty good money.
I don't know anything about those movies. I've never seen them. I have no earthly idea.
Now, this next one, I know that I think Severin re-released this. Exterminators of the Year 3000. Now, is that a Ruggero Deodato movie?
I don't even think I've ever watched it.
It's one of those guys.
No.
Joe D'Amato.
It's
I know that was one of their last batches of stuff.
You know what the best name to say like that is, though? It's still to this day is Giovanni Limberto Radici.
This is Ugo Tucci and Camilio Tetti.
Camilio Titi.
Yeah, Camilio Titi's a good one.
I swear, though, I think that Severin brought that out again recently. That name sounds familiar. Dark Hall?
I don't have it.
Oh,
don't
good.
have
Well,
it.
thank God. Yeah.
There was like
I think that was like a chiller.
There was a triple pack of Remains, Dead Souls, and Chilling Visions 5, Senses of Fear.
Yeah,
that
so
totally...
I know you got
Those-
you asshole.
Re-released them in a 3-pack. So like we talked about them on like the first and second years. So I have those, but we've already talked about them. They just did like a re-release at like Walmart or something for like a 3-pack or something.
You mean tell me you didn't buy the 3-pack?
No,
The
I wasn't
Shame.
double dipping.
Shame.
one after that, though, was definitely a memorable one, and it's one that goes for a shit ton of cash. Toba Hoopa Baby, Invaders from Mars. This is the remake.
I'm rich.
I love that movie.
It is a fun movie.
It's a great movie, man. Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there something in it too where he uses like pennies to power up like a laser or something like that?
Yeah, what was that?
There's a couple of parts about that movie that I remember. Karen Black eating a frog is one of them. And then him using pennies or some shit to like power up some sort of laser that will kill
What's the deal with the kid in the movie, though? Was he like somebody's son or something, or what? Like, there's some sort of weird story behind that.
I don't know. You know what though? This is definitely one I wanna jump back into and maybe watch this year, this month.
That one's like $100 all day on eBay, I think.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is check out Roland said he's right. I totally forgot about this. Exterminators of the Year 3000 was supposed to be the Cruel Jaws double pack, and then it came out by itself.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got a list here of canceled releases. See if I can find it.
And copper apparently stops the aliens, which is, that's why they were using pennies.
Postponed and canceled releases. Yeah, Cruel Jaws was originally going to come out, like you said. And, yeah. You know why they shouldn't have brought that out, right? Severin does.
So they made a good business decision. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the legal team at Shout Factory, they gave them some good advice on that one. Continuing on here, though, let's go down to...
Do not pass
This is
go.
an interesting one. IFC Films released, too. It's a movie that had a lot of hype around this time. The Babadook.
Babadook.
I actually...
Most annoying kid ever in it.
Yeah,
I kind of like the
cool
movie,
movie.
though. Yeah, I don't... It's getting
I
a lot of
liked it.
hate
Remember-
anymore.
No, yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I just looked at the comments really quick, and who was it? Lepke, appreciate that comment, man. Yeah, so I don't know that this was like a limited edition that they first released. It had like so I don't know if this slipcover is like valuable now, but
If
yeah, I saw
pop-up-
Babadook in theaters actually. It was like a short release or something. That's when I saw it.
What's
I
the
thought it
deal
was
with...
pretty good.
There's
Yeah, and I was
a,
just gonna bring that up.
there's a gay version of Babadook out, the rainbow version.
Yeah.
Yeah, they re-released it with a rainbow cover, and then there was like all this stuff going around that he was like a gay character, and I just didn't really understand.
I don't
Not
know.
that I don't care, but I just don't understand like how did that start? Like what?
There was something where some gay either organization or something like that championed that movie for some reason, and then it became like this big trending kind of thing, and they released the LGBTQ edition of it, which I actually have in there because it's like one of the last editions that you could actually get.
Roland
All the rest of them sold
666. I was not nuts. The kid from Invaders from Mars was Karen Black and Kit Carlson's son. Kit Carlson was the writer of Texas Chainsaw 2. So I wonder if that kid grew up to be a crazy motherfucker or what. Karen Black and Kit
That's what
Carlson.
it was. So, yeah, Ben Grimm says Netflix had it in their gay section, even though it's really not that. And that kind of like, okay.
That's all it takes.
And then it became like this huge kind of like hit amongst that community.
Yeah, and
man.
then like you had people like artists and stuff like making posters where he was like making out with like other
Yep.
characters or something. And you're kind of like, oh, what? Like so random. Now is that a rainbow edition like valuable now? Was that like just like
No.
a quick thing or
I
no?
think they were almost trying to give it away during that last sale. It was like $8 and something like that.
Yeah, you could still get that cheap, super cheap. I don't know why.
Yeah, Babadook though, people hate on that movie anymore, but I didn't think it was too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. Next one is a double feature of the Carrie TV movie and The Rage Carrie 2, which came out April of 2015. I really, really enjoy The Rage Carrie 2. I mean, I think that's an underrated movie. The Carrie TV movie's not too bad either.
I don't think either of these are really bad. I think that they're enjoyable. I don't mind either of them.
I actually like the Rage Carrie 2 better than the Carrie remake thing. I watched that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was on like Pluto or one of those channels like that. And Angela Bettis, man, like she's a great actress. Always loved her. She's great in May and what was the other one? Roman and all those movies. But she just was not the right pick for that character.
Whatever happened
Which is
to her?
weird because in a way, like you kind of feel like she kind of has a look that that would have worked.
Yeah, she just doesn't do as good a job like with the sympathy aspect as like Sissy Spacek did. She
Right.
just comes across as like I don't know, like really unlikable throughout the whole thing.
And isn't the end of the movie just kind of like... I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but the end of it is completely like... And they were setting it up for a TV series or something, right?
That was the plan, I think. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a TV series.
I mean, it's okay. I would say I would never watch it again, but the Rage Carrie 2 I watch every once in a while. I think that's an underrated one for sure. Especially around that time period. What year was that? 99? 2000?
It had to be. Yeah.
I'm showing 1999 it came out. So, wow, that movie is like 22 years old. The Class of 1984 came out April 14th, 2015. I know Garrett's got
I will
that
champion this movie all day long. This is one of my favorite movies, and I was so excited when it was released on Blu-ray with a nice collector's edition with a cool poster. I was all over it. So if anybody hasn't seen Class of 84, I actually talked about this last night on the stream that I was on with Ken over at Mid-Level Media and championed that movie. And I think you guys haven't seen it, definitely watch it.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's a weird, like it's not weird, but it just doesn't really fit any kind of genre.
That's what I was trying to talk to him about last night. What would you guys classify certain movies? Like, what would you call this? What would you call like a Tough Turf? What would you call even Savage Streets? Like, what genre would you call these movies?
That's a good question, man.
Revenge? Like, I don't know.
Like a
Revenge thriller?
Maybe.
It's like a new wave drama almost, like a punk drama or something like that. They made a bunch of movies like that. Like Suburbia was another one.
Yeah.
And like where Repo Man, I guess, is probably the biggest, most popular one of that kind of subgenre or whatever that is.
New wave revenge thrillers.
Now, what about
There
Savage
you go.
Streets? You would say the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the same type of movie, really.
Yeah. And like even like New Kids, like I love all that kind of stuff, and I just never know where to categorize it. Like it's not horror, it's kind of thriller. I wasn't
this
sure
one's
really what
good.
to call it.
A punk noir.
Punk noir is that's pretty good.
I actually like that. You know what? I think
That's what we'll call them now. Speaking of which,
shirt, punk noir shirt.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Savage Streets would be an amazing 4K. When you guys think that movie's just beautifully made, I would love to see it.
Savage Streets is very interesting because it was a movie that for so long we all wanted on DVD. It was like you couldn't get it, and there was like this one edition that was hard to get, and you paid big money for it. And then all of a sudden it started just release after release after release. And I can remember there was a point in time where I think I still do. Like I think I have like 6 Savage Streets DVDs and Blu-rays. Like I just got so much because I was like so obsessed with that movie, and it just kept coming out. And because it was always so rare, I just kept buying it. Yeah, great movie, by the way. But yeah, they a lot of additions to that movie.
Garrett, do you have Deep in the Darkness, and if so, why?
Is that the next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't. It
must
be a different.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to be like, just kidding. Like fucking hold it up.
No, there was a couple in here I didn't have, and I was like, what? Yeah, no.
So the next release that at least people know about that Scream Factory came out with would be a John Carpenter film. It came out April the 21st, 2015. It's one of his all-time classics.
Love it.
Boom, 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 boom. That's just a killer.
That's got the greatest
so
fucking just simple drum part in it, by the way. Like the opening of that song where it's just the bass drum, like.
Yeah. So
You know,
good. I mean,
Escape from New York is like a midnight movie too, really. I mean, just the way it's set up and the style of it. You know, it's just like not really a grindhouse movie. I'd say a midnight movie.
Yeah, it's
I
an
love Escape from New York.
exploitation. Yeah.
Again, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what you'd call this either. Right? An action movie, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's action, exploitation,
Like a cult action
thriller. Yeah.
thriller.
Somebody posted it. Charlie posted here about like Savage Streets and all that, and those other ones. Streetsploitation.
Yeah,
That's actually like one of my. It's everybody's favorite. One of their favorite movies of Carpenter's, really, because it's just so like, it's so well shot, and he was huge with the widescreen, the panoramic widescreen at that time, and he could take something that didn't really have. He didn't really have like that kind of budget, but just make it look huge. And the idea behind the movie was great too. Like just this idea that New York is basically an island full of criminals, and like. That's where they send everybody that's like horrible, and you have to get out of that.
That's a great movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, That one has a couple of Blu-rays. I think, didn't MGM just come out with the standard Blu-ray before, and then
Yeah, I've got
because
that.
I think I have that one. I don't have the Scream Factory one.
I've
They
got
had
both,
They
yeah.
did the Steel book as well. They did a Blu-ray Steel for this, I think, as well.
Okay. And there's Roland was actually asking about the 4K because
it's
it is out.
coming, I'm sure.
It's out in Europe. I think it's the only one that's out in Europe that's not out here in the U.S. I think Studio Canal has it out.
I think Fog is out there, but not here either.
Yeah, that might be another one then.
Yeah.
But
Where I actually have seen Carpenter in concert in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This would have been like 2014 or 15 or something like that. We went up there to see the Evans City Cemetery and all that, and he was actually doing a show at the same time, and it was amazing. Like, yeah, I can't even say enough about how cool it was because he had all the movies playing on like a screen in the background, and he would like play with a full band.
I know Uncle Bill's enjoyed it because I've heard about it probably, I bet a dozen times over the years. So that had to be a killer show.
I'm jealous.
I mean,
I'm jealous.
man,
I think it would be. I would think that seems like an awesome.
Didn't you say that Tom Atkins was sitting in the crowd or something in that show too?
Like they actually, nobody knew either. Like, but they actually pointed him out, and were like, stand up and take a bow or whatever, because he was just fucking sitting there. Nobody really knew.
Good thing he didn't know you were there.
And I think Nicotero was there too, but they had him like surrounded by like bodyguards and shit, so like nobody could really get to him or anything anyway.
That's killer, man. That's awesome.
I don't even know if
Did you get any merch or shirts or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got this poster by me up here is actually a poster from the show.
That's sweet.
So They Live, one that's signed by him, and then we got the bags. I've got the bag back there from it and everything too, and we got a shirt.
You know what? Carpenter's doing these lost themed records. I wonder if anybody's actually ever. Well, I know he does stuff for the Halloween movies, kind of, but I think it's mainly his son. Reached out to him to try to get him to score like new music for new movies.
Why wouldn't you? He'll do it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you offer him the right amount of money, he's going to do it. And his new stuff's great. Like his new stuff, I like it a lot.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I think he was really doing that to promote those new albums that he put out. Like I think the Lost Themes Part 1 was the one that was out. Like it was his first time, trying to do music like he had used to make for the scores. And he's done 2 or 3 of those since then, and they're all pretty good.
3, and then I think there's some kind of remix one or whatever. But I don't have 3, I don't think. But no, those are really good.
So let's move on here. Another 2-pack, double feature, Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. This is another one that goes for crazy money online. Some fun movies. I enjoy both of those movies. I watched the first Ghoulies again not too long ago. I was kind of surprised how much I liked it because back in the day, I always preferred the second one, but I don't know anymore. They're pretty close.
Yeah, I agree. I actually found that I liked Ghoulies better than I remember it because as a kid, you rented it and you're like, what's this shit? Because it's way different than what you're expecting by that VHS cover. Mm-hmm. That's one of those iconic covers with me, like that Monkey Shines falls in the same realm as a kid. Those are 2 covers that you just don't forget. And I can remember renting it and being like, this isn't like it show. Like, it wasn't what I predicted it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be a little more Gremlins-like. But watching it now, I feel like it holds up pretty well. It's cool.
Ghoulies 2 is like, if it's the one that's at the carnival, is one of my favorite movies. Yep. that's so
Ghoulies
fucking
2.
killer. Yeah. Where they're riding on the bumper cars and shit. It's just like they use the carnival as a, the haunted house attraction is like kind of the set piece for it.
Those movies they don't make those movies anymore, unfortunately.
No.
That's like that kind of movie. But yeah, that's again, if you've got that set, that goes for a decent amount right now. And I'm sure that those movies will be back in print at some point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From a whisper to a scream, I think this is an underrated one.
Now,
Burr.
It was funny because I couldn't find this and I'm looking down. I'm like, I know I have it. Well, I reversed the artwork to The Offspring, and I guess that must have been the alternate title. Yep. So it took me forever. I was like killing myself. I'm like, where is this movie? I know I owned it, but so I did some research online, and I was like, oh, it's got an alternate cover. So so that's a Whisper to a Scream, and it's worth a lot of money. Like I looked it up on eBay to see if they showed a reversible artwork, and it was going for quite a bit of money on there.
That one was wasn't it known as The Offspring on video?
Yeah, that's when I first saw it. It was
on
The
VHS.
Offspring.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that the segment with Clu Gulager and it was his legit wife. It was his real wife in the where he was taking care of her and all that. You remember that scene or that episode?
I remember most all of it. Yeah.
That was a good one. There's one with kids. I mean, it's a pretty solid. It's probably the best overall like non-sequel movie that Jeff Burr did. Wouldn't you say?
It's one of the only movies that he did that wasn't a sequel. Come think of it, and it's probably like the best movie he did. Yeah.
Let's see here. Mad Max, which received more than enough releases on Blu-ray.
Did you see that today? They're doing a box set.
Oh
for
yeah.
the 4Ks. So that 4K that just came out, it's like
it's obsolete. Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, it's so much crap, man, with all these double dips ready. Like, to me, and again, I suck when it comes to time. Like, I thought Halloween came out like 4 years ago. But, like, these 4Ks, to me, 4K seems brand new. And it's like we're already getting multiples of the same movie on 4K, and it's just so annoying. You know?
To keep you guys in mind, we've been going through these movies from September. Started in the end of September, and now we're still in May.
Yeah, there was a lot this year.
There was a lot of stuff that came out that year. So, continuing on, Extraterrestrial. That was
I don't
another
even
one of
know
those
what the hell
IFC.
that is.
IFC
Aliens.
movie. How was it? Was it good?
You ain't seen it. You didn't watch it. God damn it. We know you didn't.
It's not even open.
I did. I did
No.
watch this one, and a part of me feels like it was okay. It was pretty good, but I don't remember it. I think I'm getting it confused with something else, but I think this was okay. It was Scream Factory and IFC combo. I think this was pretty good. So I don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive that was decent.
Next one up is Stigmata. I've seen this movie before, but it's been a long time. I remember it being okay. Right.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Gabriel
like
Byrne is in
very
it.
like Patricia Arquette.
Yeah. Exorcist-y kind of movie with her receiving the stigmata, and then
Yeah, like a late '90s style horror movie. You know, that's kind of what I remember it like.
So that was May the 19th. They had a lot of those movies come out around the same time. You had Stigmata, you had From Hell, you had End of Days, all within the
very
same.
similar, yeah.
You're a
same
choir
year or
boy.
two. Yeah.
fucking movie.
End of Day. Gabriel Byrne was in End of Days too.
Yes, he
wasn't
was.
Yeah.
The late 90s, early 2000s were very Gabriel Byrne heavy.
Do you remember though that the End of Days trailer? It took the year 1999 and turned it upside down, so it read 666.
Oh my God.
It's the year of Satan.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It was better than the movie. The trailer was.
Yeah, you're the devil.
Some double features though. I don't have anything to say about either of these. I'm sure Garrett's got them though. Empire of the Ants and
Sorry, holding him up.
Jaws of Satan on May the 26th. And both of these are on May 26th. Food of the Gods.
That's
Frogs.
Food of the Gods I've actually seen, and it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
Food of the Gods is good. Food of the Gods is good.
It may be the only
Cruel
one out
Jaws,
of
so
that.
you do. If you can't do Cruel Jaws, you do Jaws of Satan. Jaws 6.
Jaws 6. Oh God.
Jaws 666. It's
That would have been coming up from our buddies at Severin, but no, they can't do that now.
Jaws 666. Jaws of Satan. That'd be so funny.
I'll die laughing if you've got Gun Woman.
I don't have Gun Woman.
Oh man. This is a real letdown.
But I think I can remember the cover. I think it was like a woman with like short hair on it. I can almost remember the cover of it.
So Gun Woman was on May 26th. June the 2nd, though, I'm pretty sure you've got this one. It's kind of an underrated killer scarecrow movie called Scarecrows.
Yeah, it was. This was another kind of sought after one. I feel like for a while.
Yeah, that one's out of print, going for big money as well.
I just remember that being a really weird movie because it's not what you think.
No.
Like isn't that the one where they drop off like these guys kind of parachute into this? Are they like military or something? Parachute into this place,
Yeah,
and then
it is, yep.
yeah, and the scarecrows. It's really fucking bizarre.
Yeah, I think MGM did a DVD. I have it on DVD. I never did get the Blu-ray of it. Anyway, another two, unfortunately, that I did not get that goes for big money is...
Yeah, we should have done. We should have got these.
The Sleepaway Camp sequel. Sleepaway Camp 2.
Give him money.
Unhappy Campers.
Yeah.
And Part 3, Teenage Wasteland.
Money, 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 money.
You know what I'd be interested in, though, is to go back and, like, compare the DVD to the Blu-ray. Did they really go all out for the transfer and all that, or was it just kind of a...
Shit, they must have, because you like have to pay $200, $300 for them.
People are marks, though.
People are marks.
Those movies are...
Money,
Oh,
money,
shit.
money.
I think we got one while ago that we forgot. Let's take care of business both.
You doing it, fucker? Give it! $20! Give it! $20! Give me $20 or I'll touch it!
Yeah.
Holla.
Yeah, guys, go sub to Pop's Movie Dungeon. He's got some great stuff over there, so go check his stuff out.
Yeah. I need to get Pop on for a midweek show, too. I think he'd be a good one. He's got some cool... I mean, he's got as many movies as you do, Garrett, pretty much, it looks like to me. So he's got quite the collection.
You know what I got to say about him? Again, I'm really big on, you have a big collection, but it's got to still look... I don't like when things are like too cluttered, so I always try to do my best with what I have as far to make everything look just kind of slick. And he's got a really, legit cool setup. Like, it doesn't look like he's just got stuff thrown all over the place. It's well organized and stuff like that. So I would check his out. Check out his...
sure.
He has this one video. I think he's showcasing his movie room. So check that out.
I think he has almost a complete collection of Scream Factory stuff, right? He even has...
He even has Gun Woman.
Gun Woman.
God damn.
So...
Damn it. He's one up with me.
Our buddy Alan, a.k.a. Pop. He's a good guy. I like his page. Subscribe to his stuff. And thank you for the super chat, man.
Look, man, you really letting us down, Garrett. If you don't got Gun Woman, he's whipping your ass.
I think you need to go
and
do a live buy right now on eBay.
Yep.
Gun Woman. Here's the thing. If anybody knows a lot of these titles that I don't have, these aren't even like Scream Factory titles. It was like they teamed up with like Chiller or whatever. It's like off like a third party type deal. So they're not that legit.
No.
What about they had some
what Reptilicus? Is that what you're asking me?
Reptilicus and Tentacles from June the 6th.
God damn it.
I don't have anything to say about Reptilicus.
That's shit like my dad bought. He loved that kind of stuff.
Reptilicus.
He actually did have that, by the
You
way.
probably have got it over there, Uncle. But if you look for it and you want to have it on your movie night, see if you can find his copy of Reptilicus.
He's got it. I'm serious. I saw it over there.
Burn it up. It'd be a good one. The kids might like it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So that came out June the 16th. That's some shit I'll never fucking watch. Dog
wait,
Soldiers.
Pop. I think Pop has Gun Woman and Deep in the Darkness. Damn it.
Buddy,
Yeah, I'll hit you up, Pop. I was messaging a couple people, and maybe we can get you on this week or something, or next week.
I'm ashamed that you don't fucking have that whole series.
Don't have Gun Woman.
Yep.
Let's see here, boys. Let's get through this shit. Ghost House. No, the next one is Dog Soldiers, which was what the hell was his name? Neil Marshall.
Yeah, I've got that one. That's actually a fairly decent werewolf movie.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I wouldn't upgrade it to 4K because that just came out in 4K, but I'm cool with my my blue here.
It was
Did
very
he do,
Canadian, right?
What was that horrible movie he did like not too long ago with Rhoda Mitri or what the hell was that?
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Isn't he the one that did that?
Yeah, I think he did didn't he do The Descent? Wasn't it his movie?
Yeah.
He had a lot of success with that, and then he just didn't have anything else left in him. Poor fella.
No, he did
His
not.
wife left him after that, and his life just fell apart.
I don't know if that's true, but
I don't either,
Could
but
be.
I'm guessing, maybe he lost his smile.
hence and Rona Mitri comes in.
Ghost House and Witchery double feature.
I
That's
thought
some
that was too
Italian,
for some reason.
Italian horror. Itchy
Anything
nose,
with Linda Blair is coming in my collection. I'll tell you that much. So, definitely big Linda Blair fan.
Me too. Who doesn't like Linda Blair? I mean, come on.
I like Linda Blair.
Linda Blair gave me a free autograph one time.
Really? Because
we talked
you hear a lot of
about
horror
puppies.
stories about Linda Blair at conventions. I mean, I haven't had any, but I've heard a lot.
Yeah, if we hadn't have known the promoter, she probably would have fucking pissed on us or something.
That was one of those
Well,
deals where we had that year. Normally at the Fright Night Fest, we would get what was it? Just vendor passes, say vendor on it or something, right? And that year we had what was it? It was something different. It was something like media.
What year was it? Because I've got all of them over here.
I can't remember what it was. But
Yeah, right here. It's media.
Was it media or staff? It may have been staff.
I thought it was media, but I don't think I have a staff one over here.
But anybody that had the she would sign for them for free, so we looked out in that respect. But anyway,
I mean,
think
she
we
was
talked about
okay.
this before. I think we talked about this before. Did you guys were you guys shocked when you met her for the first time on how small she was?
Yes.
To me, watching her in Savage Streets and stuff, she seems big. She just seems like a bigger woman, in comparison to Linnea Quigley and stuff like that, who we also know is small. But man, in real life, I was just shocked on how little of a person she really is. I was like, wow, I would have never in a million years have guessed that just based on the way she looks in all these movies that I see her in,
She's just one of those people that I feel like probably had a stalker, just keeps everybody at a distance just by the way that she kind of interacts with people. She's just not, especially if you try to talk about The Exorcist, she's not fucking going to have it.
Would she talk to me about Roller Boogie, do you think?
Maybe.
no.
I love
If
Roller
you
Boogie.
if you tell her about all your pets first, you got a better chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Preferably
I
dogs.
think,
I
though-
don't have any pets anymore, but
I think,
Well,
though, that she's
lie
caught on to
about
that trick, though. So she probably wouldn't even work.
hey, check out my dog.
Did
Roller Boogie.
did you spend any money on July the 7th, Alien Outpost, and Dark Summer? It was a dark summer for Scream Factory. They had all kinds of these shitty ass IFC midnight movies.
Dark summer, leaving me here.
What the fuck?
I don't think I ever watched it.
I know you have.
Not sealed. I
Well,
don't remember it.
that cover doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't. Pull you in, does it?
I don't.
It
remember
pulled you in
anything
enough
about
for
the
you to
movie.
buy it, but
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it. To be honest with you, don't know.
Also, on July 7th, they started with another batch of Empire Pictures releases, Robot Jocks. Yeah! Charles Band! Yeah!
Fuck you.
Charlie! Charlie Band! Fuck yeah!
It's actually not a bad movie, though. Here's the weird thing.
That's pretty good.
And he just broke some shit. No,
Tear it
don't
all
drop
to
it.
tear it all to hell. All to hell. Sailor Dweller. Sailor Dweller's a goofy, fun kind of cheap movie. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sailor Dweller and the Catacombs. I'm sorry, double feature.
Now, wait a minute. Okay. Is Cellar Dweller the one directed by Kevin Tenney, or is that just the Cellar?
No, it's a
Cellar.
sailor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get those confused.
It's about somebody in the cellar, but they're not a dweller. But that movie is about a sailor dweller. It's a beast.
It's a big old dweller.
What was Catacombs about? I don't remember Catacombs.
I think it had another name too at one point, but let's see.
Evil Dead 4? Was that Evil Dead 4?
Yeah. Evil Dead 4.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't remember a lot of these two either. I remember Cellar Dweller, but I don't remember Catacombs.
Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, you bitch. You bitch hog son of a bitch. Come on.
If we hit 100 viewers, I want to say who our next video is. How about that?
Tell your friends to come in here right now.
You can't be fucking 99 and fucking not go to 100. You
Damn
piece of
it.
shit.
Shit asses.
Fuck you all.
I'm
11
watching if
o'clock,
we...
call somebody and say, go on
Yeah.
this link.
Tiffany Shepis, get your ass back in here, baby.
We need Tiffany Shepis back now. We're dropping.
Message her and say, come back here really quick.
Alien Outpost.
I don't have it. I don't have that one. Pops probably does, so ask him.
I'm sure it's a riveting film, but you know.
Yeah. You know what it is.
No wait.
When
I
they
already said
announced
Alien.
did you say it's a riveting film when they announced it?
Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. That's a weird ass movie.
Yes, it is.
Cool poster art though, huh?
Christopher Lee, right? And Sybil Danning, the immortal one.
Sybil Bibble. Yeah.
It looks like it's a movie that the beginning of it looks like some sort of shot on video deal. I remember that. It's very cheap. But
I remember very little about it, except that it's got like werewolf sex orgy in it. And like, it's a comedy. I mean, it's just a straight up comedy.
Are we still at 99 right now?
No, we're at like,
we was at 97, now we're at 96.
Listen, you know sales where instead of like, you always try to get new sales, you got to help make your customers happy. So nobody's leaving.
Hey, if we have this many people in here, everybody in this chat give us a thumbs up. Oh, no.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, fuck you all then. Every single damn one of you.
Howling 3 is another one. It's like
yeah, it's Howling 3, the marsupials.
Yep.
The Outing and the Godsend. This one recently, The Outing is come back. Yeah, it's the Lance Hut.
Oh shit. We got a fucking celebrity.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
God, Bale, you're gonna be at Schiller in a couple
Charles
weeks.
in charge of me.
I'm going to sign my Zap poster. I'll be meeting.
Now we just need Big Papa Pump. Where's our hookup?
No, we need Moran in here.
Yeah,
Tony
they'll both
Moran.
be in here, I guarantee it. And then gay actor Michael Douglas. It's another
Moran
one
and
that always
Scott Bale are
shows up.
gonna battle inside the chat.
I'm Madman, which was another Tibor Tokic's movie, right? That was the only other.
You know what this is right now?
I've actually got that one in there. And
You know what? I love her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, she's kind of. Man, she just disappeared, dude. I met her at a convention, and she wasn't looking too hot. And
Now, she was the chick that was in
Near Dark.
Near Dark, yeah.
Yeah, she was good, man. She had a lot of potential. She was great in this.
What the hell was her
I don't know what
name?
happened. Jenny Wright.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be mean and pick on anybody in particular, but she's definitely had some issues. You could tell by the convention appearances she had. She's had a rough life. I don't know what happened, but I hope
think I have a
everything's all
picture
right with
of
her.
her and I with her, and you could tell that, yeah, she looks a little rough.
She was great, though, because she was in Unforgiven, too, wasn't she? She was like the prostitute, like one of the prostitutes in Unforgiven.
Yeah, she was in something else I just watched recently, and I was like,
I know one movie that she was in, Young Guns 2.
well, that's probably what he's thinking about. No?
She was the one. She got naked on the horse. Is that the one you were thinking about?
You're right,
Yeah,
but no, I'm not. Let me make sure I'm right about that. That might be another.
She may have been in
looking
Unforgiven
blonde.
as well, but the movie I remember her in was she was the redhead in Young Guns 2.
Somebody has to know, though. Was she in Unforgiven, or am I thinking about somebody else? Because I swear to God.
Young Guns 2 kicked fucking ass. Whatever happened to the third Young Guns movie? Weren't they supposed to do another one?
I don't know, but that would be another one I'd love to go back and watch. I was a huge fan of that as a kid growing
I
up.
love
Me too.
I love the score to that. I don't know who did the score to it, but I'm talking about the John Bon Jovi music and stuff, but just the orchestra. Yeah, the orchestral composition. Somebody in the chat let us know who did that. They did a good job. Ghost Town. That's another one.
Speaking
that goes
of
for big
westerns,
That's another one. Yeah.
this was another one on VHS. Like the cover art always kind of, caught my eye. Thought this was always a pretty cool picture of the skeleton with the stirrups on or whatever.
I can always remember the cover, but I can't really remember the movie. I know it was another Empire Pictures movie, right?
Man, yeah, the poster of that used to go for a pretty good amount too.
Yeah, MGM. It says Empire Pictures. Yes, Wes, it is.
Yeah, so great artwork on that for sure. I remember the movie being pretty good though. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Alan Silvestri did that guy did he's done a lot of stuff.
Oh no.
Young Guns. All right. Toolbox Murders 2. I've never seen it. I'm sure it's not very good.
I've seen it. Holy shit.
Wonderful film, Bruce Dern.
Oh,
Still
God.
sealed. Still sealed. Never watched it.
It's not a wonderful film, or is it?
No. I remember the reason I got this, because again, I was a completionist, but it had a lot of problems. Remember, like they had a lot of issues with this, and then they had to film it twice and kind of try to splice it all together. So it actually might be a real weird watch. Because I think that they had to like splice all this stuff together. Still in the works. Jeez.
Have you seen the? You remember the Toolbox Murders remake though that Toby Hooper did that I think had fucking Sherry Moon in it? Like that was another one that was just.
She was in that.
Yeah, she was in the very beginning. She gets killed.
She was briefly in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
wasn't
I remember that one,
May was in that one too? What was her name?
Angela Bettis.
May. I can't remember fucking. Dude, what the fuck is the deal with that movie not being on Blu-ray?
That's a good question.
That's a great movie.
That says Scream Factory all over it, I feel like.
Okay, so they're saying that Jenny wasn't in Unforgiven. I swear to God, like, and then who is the blonde that gets her face cut up in that fucking movie?
I
want to know the actor's name. Anyway, go ahead.
You want to see Cry Macho? It's out.
I actually tried to watch it and couldn't get through it.
I've heard it's not that good. Poor
dude, he's 90-some years old, man. Like, he can barely walk in that fucking movie. Like, it's just depressing.
Man, like, I don't want to talk about Eastwood stuff on here because people just probably don't give a fuck. But what was the movie he did the last one? That he should have ended his career with that. That was perfect.
The
Mule.
Oh,
the
I
Mule.
didn't see that one.
Yeah. Now, that was a good one.
It was a good one.
But even Dwight Yoakam couldn't save him in Cry Macho. That's what I heard.
No. He just can't. I mean, you got to at least be mobile, you know? I hate to do a movie like you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the Mule. I should probably check it out.
He's had a hell of a run. Yeah, it's a fun movie. There's a lot of bullshit after this one, like Wormwood Road of the Dead. That sounds like something the Asylum would put out.
Wormwood, baby.
What? What was going on in your life at that time, man?
That would be one that I would. Did you find that in a Dollar Tree or something? Well, why the fuck would you buy
with the slip? How much is this?
Why would you buy Wormwood?
Oh, God.
Well, you know, when you're walking by the movies and you look over and you're like, oh, Scream Factory put something out, and on the top it says Mad Max meets Dawn of the Dead. I said, oh, I gotta have that. You know,
They sold you on it.
I don't think I've ever watched it, so it just sits there.
They did do People Under the Stairs, which was kind of that was a collector's edition, right? I don't ever remember seeing the slip. That must be worth quite a bit with the slip.
Look in the back.
That's a good movie, though.
That's a really underrated movie, yeah.
Weird time frame that came out in early 90s.
It's another one they said that Jordan Peele was looking to try to remake. So, see how that works.
I can see that. Because,
version of that.
I think it would be pretty cool.
Shit.
Ow! Oh, we'll get started.
No, you don't.
Ejects from August 28th. You have ejects.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude.
Erecta.
There.
Hey, you got a list right here of stuff you can free up some space. If you need to free up some space, there's probably a good 15 titles you could just...
See this little logo? See this little logo on the side that says Scream Factory? That says I can't take it off the shelf because in my section.
Quality over quantity. That's what I say.
That's true though. You're right.
That's why I've got Big Abner on the shelf.
Oh, fuck me.
Nomads. I think that was one with Pierce. That's a Pierce Brosnan joint.
Yeah,
Right?
like, that's what I was gonna say. Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
I remember the VHS cover. I don't know if I've ever seen it. If I have seen it, I don't recall it at all.
That's another
I
one.
definitely watched it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I remember the VHS too. Like something about that cover.
Now this one came out in the late '80s. What year did it come out? I should have made this print out a little bit bigger. I can't. Makes me feel like I'm 90 years old, like old Clint.
You need to watch
1986. There were a lot of. I don't know if you would consider it a horror movie or what, but there were a lot of movies around that time that had one bigger name star in it, and they were like one-off horror movies. Like, do you remember the one that was called? It had Kelly Preston in it, called Spellbinder.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey,
Like stuff like that. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
yeah, I have that on Blu-ray actually. Spellbinder.
Scream Factory, they came out with it too.
No, it was I think Kino might have did it, or Scorpion maybe.
God.
Pablo's not a fan of Jordan
No.
Peele.
Jordan Peele sucks ass.
I'm going to hush. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. I shouldn't support Jordan Peele. He's a good guy. Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness double feature.
So Metamorphosis and Evil Dead 4 or 5 or whatever it is, yeah.
No, that's Evil Dead 5, buddy. We had Evil Dead 4 earlier.
Evil Dead 5.
I bought that not too long ago when the fucking Severin one came out. I thought I was getting a deal before they went tits up with all those Evil Dead 5 titles and everything.
Yeah, Metamorphosis, though, is that was the other Lightbox movie back in the day, like the Dead Pit movie. You remember you'd push and its eyes would light up and it would make like noise. Metamorphosis was the other one. It had yellow eyes instead of green eyes.
Oh,
The movie sucks ass, though, from what I can recall.
Yeah, it does. But I remember like those gimmicks were amazing back in the day. Like they should do shit like that now. Unfortunately, they don't last very long. But still, who gives a shit? Like it would be something different for a brief period of time.
Nomads was the director of Die Hard and Predator. John, what was his name?
McTiernan.
John McTiernan, yeah.
Yeah.
Nomads is also a killer Iron Maiden song.
That's a good point.
Wasn't there one called Nomads?
Yes, I believe there was.
There had to have been. It's getting late. Army of Frankenstein.
It's getting late.
We can just go through this shit quickly. If you have any of this shit,
I don't
Garrett, you can
have
hold it
Army
up.
of Frankenstein. Let's move on. I don't have it.
Army of Frankenstein, Backcountry,
Oh,
The Harvest.
oh.
That was a trilogy of shit that come out on September the 1st.
These are both good. Both of them. I will stand by it and say, check these out. This backcountry one, this one has a bear attack scene. It's friggin' crazy. I would recommend checking it out. It's suspenseful. It's cool. This one is cool as well, and it's got what's his name in here? Who's really good? Michael Shannon. I always liked Michael Shannon. It's a good movie. I would definitely recommend Harvest. If Pop's still in here, he's got to have them too. So see if he backs me up on that. Don't overlook these two. I recommend checking these out if you can somewhere.
Get it up, Bulls! Get it up!
Come on!
Get it up!
Come on!
God!
Damn
I
it!
can't
One
see what
fucking
number.
time, you sack of shit! You motherfuckers, get on here!
Where we at?
We were at 97. Come on!
97 again.
Stop leaving.
Some bitches keep leaving on here.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm killing somebody.
There must be some. There's
Get into triple digits and we'll. Yeah.
You guys realize they blame it on me if they don't get to 100. You know that, right?
Yeah, I told Garrett I'd cuss him plumb out.
3 people away. God damn it.
Indy Phantom and S'mores Indoors are both saying that they back you up on Backcountry. So
Yeah, the call.
if I see that at the local Dollar Tree, I'll be willing to pick it up. But if I don't like it, you're going to pay me back, Garrett.
All right. I'll pay the price.
Yeah.
Everybody got a price.
This is the last really good one for this season, season 3 of Scream Factory. And that would be, well, good. I mean, it's better than, I would buy it ahead of, there's a movie on here later on called fucking Gravy. I'd buy it ahead of Gravy. Shocker, the Wes Craven movie.
Shocker!
No more Mr. Nasty.
Dave Mustaine's version. I remember that video too. He's in an electric chair playing the guitar. Whoa, fuck! I'm getting electrocuted.
I can still remember the first
Pinker,
time
bro.
I saw Soccer, Jesus. First time I saw Shocker was, I was at my buddy Mark's house. I must have been in like middle school, I think. And we like did like a sleepover, and I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 2 a.m, and the TV was left on, and I can remember seeing Horace Pinker limping around the park or whatever, and I just couldn't fall back asleep. And I was like, dude, what is this movie? And I just like kind of fell in love with it. Yeah, it was Skinner from X-Files. Yeah,
It's a fun movie. I mean, it's not the best, but I enjoy it. There was another movie. God damn it! It came out the same year. It's got basically the same plot. It was House 3. No, it was the horror show. Wasn't that what it was called?
yeah.
The Last Horror Show or something like that, or
It's
Yeah.
the same exact movie, pretty much. But Shocker does it slightly better.
It's just got a cool vibe to it. It was like a cool, like, it just, again, like, to me, it just seems like you take MTV and make a movie, and, like, I just kind of
really-
like
It's got some Nightmare on Elm Street type stuff in it.
yeah, I was
too.
gonna say
yeah,
you really
definitely.
felt like he was trying to create like a new franchise with him because of all
Exactly what it
the
was.
puns and one-liners and stuff.
yeah.
When you got to think too, this was what year was this? 1989 when it came out.
I think he was trying to recreate a new horror icon, and
Yeah.
like he said, make a franchise, because you could tell he had a lot of mannerisms of like Freddy and what made Freddy work and stuff like that, for sure.
There's some good stuff in it. Overall, it's a little bit too dated. A lot of the scenes in it now this looks
Yeah.
like shit. The visual effects stuff.
After that one, after Shocker, you had The Editor.
I've got that.
This was kind of supposed to be like weren't they trying to make like a giallo or something with that?
Yeah, it was like
kinda
a modern day giallo and
Yeah.
comedy almost too, like a
Yeah.
remake.
I think it was okay. I don't remember it being terrible. I did remember seeing it when it first came out, because it kind of had a little bit of hype behind it. So yeah. Yeah, I got Mitch Pileggi signed on that Shocker poster.
They did a lot of IFC Midnight independent stuff
Yeah.
in 2014, 2015. They did a couple of Universal movies. The Legacy on September the 15th from 1979
fucking cat.
with a creepy cat in it. All right.
And you
There's
know what?
only
I don't
one-
want to hear anything, because the next one is phenomenal.
The Sentinel.
Oh, I love the Sentinel. Love it. I don't know what you guys think of it, though.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I don't know if I've seen it either.
Oh, dude, it was. I think they even had it on. I think Anchor Bay might have did DVD. It's a real creepy movie. It's hard to describe. I mean, it's to me, it reminds me of, like, it has an Exorcist vibe to it. It's kind of slow burn, but it revolves around, like, I just remember this creepy apartment building, and you know what it kind of reminds me of? Have you ever seen the movie? What's that animated movie with the girl who has like the penny eyes or whatever?
Coraline. Yeah.
It kind of almost reminds me of that, but like they almost stole that kind of, because they had like the apartment with all the different families and stuff that live in there, that everybody was kind of like wacky. Yeah, I would definitely check out the Sentinel if you guys don't have it. Definitely worth it. I don't know if this is out of print, but there was a DVD out as well for it.
Seems like I remember Edgar Wright did like a Trailers from Hell about it, and he was talking about. You can get all those on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, good call. Charlie says Sentinel is in the Burbs. They show like a little shot of it. Yeah. So
That's pretty cool. Continuing on here, that was the Sentinel and the Legacy. The Stranger, which was yet another IFC Midnight release. Did you pick that one up?
I don't think I own it, but I stopped here, so I don't know. I stopped grabbing from here. I didn't know
Well, fuck it.
how far you wanted to go.
I'll
let you-
Do it live.
I mean, we'll continue this bullshit on season 4, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll stop it right here. I mean, this other shit I ain't never fucking heard. I ain't fucking heard of Gravy. What the fuck is somebody
I've
named
heard
the
of
movie Gravy?
Does
I've
it have-
heard of it.
The sequel's
like a weird
biscuits.
cover. It had like this clown on the cover or something. I don't own Gravy. It seemed like it was like a real, like a comedy or something.
It
Gravy?
came in a 2-pack with biscuits.
Gravy and biscuits,
Biscuits
baby.
and gravy.
Yeah,
Fop
see,
it up.
S'mores indoors says Sentinel's killer. Yeah.
Hey, Garrett, do you like at McDonald's or Hardy, or do you have Carl's Jr. or Hardee's up there?
I don't have either of those here.
God damn it. McDonald's.
I have that, yeah.
Do they have gravy and biscuits up there?
No.
Ain't that fucking weird? Like, I heard about that. I was like, people in the North don't even know what gravy and biscuits is.
I've never had that in my whole life.
Are you serious? What the fuck?
I swear to God, I've never eaten that in my life.
What?
Never. Yeah, it's not something
I
that
heard
you
about
really
that. I was
get
like,
here.
have you heard of gravy and biscuits?
I've heard of it. I've
Okay.
heard of it, yeah, but I mean, I've never had it. Like, you know what we get up here is like gravy and biscuit, like Lay's chips. Like they try to give you like the flavor or whatever of it. Like, I've never had that in my life. Like, it was never something I grew up with, and to be honest, like, I don't even know where you'd get it. Like, I don't ever see it on menus at restaurants or anything.
I'm so confused right now.
Well, you can get it at McDonald's down here. So that's what's kind of odd. Like,
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's funny because every time I hear that, it reminds me of like, wasn't there
What
like
about-
a wrestling song, Biscuits and Gravy? Wasn't there?
check if you're. I'm
there,
curious if,
think there was.
like, Dairy Queen, because they have the chicken strip basket. Do they have gravy in the chicken strip basket? Up there?
Good question. We do have Dairy Queens, but they're very few and far between. Like, I can only think of like 2 that I know of that are around my area, but they're not something that you see a lot. Like, you kind of have to search for them here.
That's just fucking like interesting to me. But
But we have KFC though. We have
so
Kentucky
funny.
Fried
Jamie
Chicken.
Hart says if you want gravy and biscuits up here, you need to make it at home.
Jamie, where are you located at?
Chicken and waffles.
I've never had that either.
I never understood that.
I
I never ate that together, but yeah, I mean it's been an active chat, and we didn't break over 100. We came very, very close. That was our goal. So you're getting
that's
cussed
so much
out,
trouble.
Garrett. Sorry.
God damn it, Garrett.
Damn it.
No, but we had a very active group
We got to
tonight.
99. I could smack the shit out of
I
somebody.
think we got
swear.
to 99 a few times. It stayed right at 90 almost the whole
Blame it
night.
at Tiffany for bouncing.
Yeah, she should come back.
We should have sent her a link to join in, and then she would be like, "What?"
We'd
the-
have
you
like
fucking-
200 people in there then.
You fucking nerds are talking about release dates for movies and shit. Who does that? But people love it, and I kind of like talking about it. So we will try to do year 4 within the next month before the end of October.
Wait,
I
I'm
think we
curious.
can do that.
I'm curious about a couple other things too. What about fried apples?
I don't never had it.
No.
I don't know what that is.
God damn it! I just
I'm trying to think if there's anything we have here that you wouldn't have. Like, I think like coffee milk is something that kind of hangs around up here. Do you know that? Do you know have that?
What is that? I have no idea.
So it's basically like chocolate milk, right? Do you have chocolate milk?
Yeah, we got chocolate milk.
Of course.
So it's the same thing, but it's like almost like a coffee taste. It tastes like coffee, but it's milk, I guess. I don't drink it, but it's something that we have here, and I always hear that it's not around there. Frozen lemonade, you guys have that down there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Have you ever heard of boiled peanuts, Garrett?
What? Bold?
God damn it! Hey, boiled.
Oh, boiled peanuts? No.
He can't say boiled.
I'm from
sounds
Eastern
like-
Kentucky.
Sounds like he's saying bull peanuts. Hey, bull
I thought
peanuts.
it was like some kind of like sexual joke or something.
Bull penis. You never heard of that?
Hey, I want to start making fun of you for saying wicked all the time up there, buddy. Come on.
Oh shit.
Okay. But yeah, there is some weird green beans. You eat green beans?
Yeah, we have green beans, yeah.
Green beans. Have you ever had soup beans?
Soup beans?
Just the way he said it, I can tell he doesn't know what the fuck it is.
It's like, it's like the nastiest shit known to man. I would
I don't think I
never,
know it.
I would never eat it.
I'm gonna have
But
a
anyway,
stroke.
we could probably have a whole show about this. I don't know if people.
That'd
would
be another one,
interested.
like things that don't exist up here.
I would be interested in asking about just a variety of stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing research to find out if there's anything here that you guys don't have there.
Potato salad.
I'm pretty sure he's got potato salad.
I like that.
That's a pretty common thing.
Well, I didn't know.
But bull penis.
Even like I see down here, like grits. Like I've never had that in my life.
We don't even really have grits. That's well, we do, but nobody eats
cheese. Cheese grits is all right. You put some cheese in them, they're all right. So anyway, we appreciate it. Yeah, and definitely everybody in here give the video a like. If you're on the DEADPIT YouTube page, go over to Born the number 2 BE Rad and give him a sub. We do a lot of these simulcast shows together, and the Scream Factory one's probably one of our more popular ones that we do. So we're going to try to get the 4th one done in October. I think that'd be cool. They slow down a little bit after the 4th year, so these shows hopefully will not be 2.5 hours long, much more. But it's fun. Like the Nightbreed thing, we probably could have done a whole hour on that.
True. Yeah, that's definitely. Like one of the best things that ever happened, and one of the worst and best things that ever happened.
Yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe. Wet Movie was asking about. Well, first, Uncle Bill's got you're doing a live stream tomorrow again, right? I think that's the plan. Talk about that.
Yeah, for those people that are interested in, I guess, Italian cinema, I want to be doing Dario Argento, Finding Argento Part 2, which is the golden years. That's like the classic Argento stuff. We're talking about like Suspiria, Deep Red, Inferno. I might throw Phenomena in there. I don't know, but Tenebrae. So it's 9:00 tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. Check it out, and I hope to have a good discussion about that.
Scott's asking, is Argento missing?
Yeah, we gotta find
He's
him.
Lost in a dream of mirrors lost.
It's a goddamn metaphor.
So, Garrett, have you got anything planned that you want to mention on here? Or?
Yeah, October is going to be pretty busy. I know that we had talked about some stuff here, but I'm going to try to get maybe 2 videos a weekend. So throughout October, because I know it's going to be a big month. So I'll do movie reviews. I'm going to do my September haul, which surprisingly is not that big. So I don't think Hall-O-Mania is really necessary because I didn't really get too much this time around. So I've got some of that stuff. I'm actually going to do, I am going to do a video probably this weekend about Hocus Pocus 2 because I do have access to the set where they're filming it. They're actually building it out right now. It's like 10 minutes from my house. So I went down there today, checked it out, and took some pictures and videos and stuff. So probably do something talking about that, maybe just splice in some footage of the set. Seems like something different that people might want to check out before that movie gets up and running. And I think they're supposed to start filming. They were supposed to start filming in mid-October, but they're already delayed a little bit. So I'll try to go every week and kind of show some updates and stuff on the set. So I am hoping, and I don't know if it's possible, when this thing is all said and done, that I can get down there and maybe take something from the set. But I heard their plan was they were going to burn it down. So
that's usually
here's what I was thinking, man. Can't you get in there and like try to fucking be an extra or something like that? Like,
possibly. I mean, I've done extra work before, so I mean, it could be a possibility. I'd have to look and see. And my sister-in-law also does makeup for movies, so she's trying to get her foot in there as well, which would be a big help for that too. So, so that's something I'm kind of looking at, just because again, it's different. I have access to this, so yeah. But I know you guys have some news you want to talk about with the new show. But yeah, keep your eye on my stuff. I've got vids going to be coming.
Yeah, that's at Born the number 2 BE Rad. Born to be rad. Yeah, I keep bringing this up here so I won't forget. But yeah, a week from tonight, we're going to be doing a fun show with a good friend of ours that we've known for 13, 14 years, almost as long as we've been doing the show, because he hooked us up with most of these interviews, to be honest with you. And that is Sean Clark is returning for a live stream. And we're talking primarily about screen-used masks and a lot of the cool shit that he's got in his collection. So I've been kind of going down a wormhole of these mask videos. Michael Myers, the original 78 mask, and screen use stuff. And I know that he has some Myers screen use masks from a few of the different Halloween movies. So I thought it'd be a fun, different sort of show. I don't know how long it'll be. It may not be more than an hour or whatever, but I think that it's going to be a fun, interesting, different sort of show for us to do, especially in October.
No, definitely. That's great. Sean's a good guy, man. That's awesome. Should be cool.
Yeah, he's a really, really good guy, and his collection is insane. If anybody has checked out his YouTube page.
Yeah, I said like he did a walkthrough of all of his stuff at one point, and it's like he was saying something like, I don't really bother with the store bought stuff. I just get all my shit been screen used. I'm like, well, it must be fucking nice to just be able to do that, whatever. But yeah. And he has doesn't he have cool the puppet from Poltergeist and shit like that?
He does. Yeah, he's got it in a glass case or something. That's so killer, man. Yeah.
And he's got a ton of stuff.
Found someone recently that had an original Captain Kirk mask from the 70s, the one that they used, the same model or whatever, which is very, very difficult to find now because most of those masks are melted or destroyed or whatever at this point. So he has a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to talking with him about it. Has tons of good stuff on his YouTube page too, so you'll want to check that out.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I guess that is it. It's past 11:30. I'm going to get cussed at. I've been on here so damn long.
Me too.
But it's always good to talk to you guys. And we will do it again soon. I know Uncle Bill and I are also going to be at the Fright Night show coming up.
That's right. Promote that thing, man. Dude, that's going to be so killer if you guys are going to Fright Night Film Fest.
Yeah, I was trying to get info on what room we were in for the screening, but I never did hear back, so I don't know. But yeah, it's the
they canceled it.
Ruben Galindo Jr. Don't panic. We're going to be doing the live commentary over that.
Now, is Steve going to be with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Steve,
yeah.
Can he wear the pajamas, please?
Oh my God!
I knew it.
At least he's wearing the top. I'm going to try to talk him into wearing the bottom too. Just wear the whole thing.
Yeah,
go all out.
The sailor hat too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do, just do the whole thing.
Yeah, we may.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you know anybody that's going that can film your segment?
God, that's a good question.
We could always put it on a tripod or something. I don't know what it would look like, but we'll see. I mean, it might happen.
Yeah, try it and then just upload it. That'd be cool.
Born to be Brad hit 500 subs, by the way.
Boom!
I mention that. Woo!
Hells yeah.
Thank you, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, thank all you guys for checking the show out at Born2BE-RAD or at DEADPIT. And the DEADPIT on Patreon site, thousands and thousands of hours of goodies on there, and I don't know what else. Fuck, it's late. What else can I say?
Nothing. It's been a fun time.
It has been a fun time, but we will get out of here, guys. Check us out, Born to be Rad, and of course, DEADPIT.com.
Like it, comment,
give us a thumbs up.
Oh shit. Up your butt.
Like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I don't care. Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old DEADPIT Radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. DEADPIT on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.